Can you explain the gap on your resume? Can you explain the gap on your staff? Hey, no, we're taking advantage of you. Stop. I love applying for jobs. So many great options. Would I like to be paid poorly, or would I like to work for someone evil? Oh, cool. This one's both. Most of them are both. Hi, all. I'm elated to announce the announcement of my elation. Well, hey, congrats, dude. I'm psyched. Nobody. LinkedIn influencers? Oh, that one's just too funny. Yesterday, I was walking to an interview. There was a starving dog on the road. I stopped to feed him and missed the interview. The next day, I got a call asking to come in to do the interview. I was surprised, but I went. Then the interviewer came in. He was the dog. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I could have all these by age 33. My home paid off, a 6-figure passive income, vacation home by the beach, a chef for home-cooked meals, paid off Tesla. And yep, I was right. I don't have any of those. Okay, bye. Back to work. I am excited to announce I don't have an internship. Well deserved. Love this. Exactly on time. My apologies for the confusion just now as you arrived for your interview with blank at 11 a.m. I understand you live close, just up the road, and are looking for a job with full-time hours. Unfortunately, we would not consider employing someone in a full-time capacity that arrives to an interview exactly on time. Maybe arriving a little earlier to future job interviews would show the employer that you are keen. Wishing you all the best with your job search. Kind regards, the dumbest son of a bitch I think I've ever read a message from. Are you kidding me? He was, dude, I hate this, actually on time is 15 minutes early bullcrap. Screw you. Absolutely screw you. I hope that you never, ever fill that position, dude. Wow, that's pathetic. One of my employees resigned back in the 90s. Bright guy. Hated to see him go. He wanted to go start some kind of computer company. I said to him, hey kid, good luck out there. He winked and tipped his hat. He was wearing a hat. That man's name was Bill Gates. Well, Bill Gates started Microsoft in the 70s, so this can't be real. Different Bill Gates. The one I'm talking about didn't do that well in the end. Oh, how's that Bill Gates doing? I need to know. A candidate showed up for his interview 30 minutes late. I gave him the job anyway. He's our worst employee. He's always late. Well, this does feel like a little bit of a set expectations kind of thing. Look, you want someone to arrive early all the time? Do what that other guy did and refuse to allow anybody that arrives on time to work for you. You want a guy that's going to be late all the time? I guess be okay with them being 30 minutes late to their interview. I don't know. Two extremes. Both are incredibly stupid. 76,000 followers. A paying customer for 7 years. Original content about scams, manipulative marketing, and sales. And LinkedIn have decided to permanently remove my account due to the content I make. While fake stories, engagement pods, pyramid schemes, post freely. Madness. I wonder why they would do that. Makes you think, doesn't it? Manager telling us we're a family. Me, who has applied to 30 other families this week. Always be trying. There's always something better. And somehow there's always someone, or I guess we should say there's always a family out there that's willing to pay you at least a little bit more for your time. Your job is not a family. You owe them nothing. He's one of the most successful entrepreneurs I know. Just made it to the Forbes 30 under 30. Here's how he made his first $15 million. Get up at 4:30 a.m. every day. 60 minutes of cardio. Take a cold shower. Have breakfast rich in protein and healthy fats. Schedule out your day. Dad owns Fortune 500 company. Meditate. Oh, that's every single success story. Every single one. Here's how I did this thing that's literally impossible for the common citizen. Meet the final boss of LinkedIn. CPA, CIA, CMA, CFE, CFM, CFC, FMVA, CBCA, CFI partner, instructor of, well, a lot of crap. What the hell? I got rejected by Apple. I got rejected by Facebook. I got rejected by Google. I was jobless. I could have given up all hope, but I took it as a sign to take the leap of faith. So I started my own enterprise. Then I got rejected by the end customer. Now I'm jobless and broke. Moral of the story, keep yourself hydrated. That doesn't make any sense. Neither do all the inspiring... Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate someone who's out there telling the truth. Forget everything you learned in college. You won't need it here. But I didn't go to college. Well, then you're unqualified for this job. Confused, unga bunga. No, for real. I hate that this is how it is. No matter what your degree, man, it seems like that's how it works. Like, oh, forget all that. We do things differently here. Why did I get the f***ing degree then? Don't forget, no friends, no family, and no kids. Means I can do deals around the clock. How fun. How's that grind set, dude? Must be real fulfilling. Dude, I saw an image on Twitter a little while back of some dude at a fur con. He took off his furry head and started working. Like, dude, aren't you there for fun? Why are you working right now? No one is impressed. No one cares. We actually kind of feel bad. My 4-year-old froze on stage at her first ballet recital. I failed, she told me after the show. I looked at her, heartbroken, with tears in my eyes. No, I failed you, but today you've given me more than I could ever ask for. You gave me a sad kid story to post on LinkedIn. Link what? She asked. LinkedIn, I replied. A place where depressing personal anecdotes involving imaginary children are posted and mined for engagement in order to boost one's own professional identity. She looked at me confused. But Dad, I cut her off. Shh. It's okay. When I received my job offer, I asked if I could get back to them because I had another offer to consider. But it was so I could get off the phone and squeal because I was so excited. They called me back 5 minutes later and offered me $5,000 more and a better title to drop the other offer. Now that is how you negotiate. I asked my boss for a raise. He said, what for? I told him 3 different companies are after me. He asked which ones. I said gas, water, and electric. SMH at all these spoiled people not willing to work for half their market worth for no reason. The other day, I interviewed a potential manager to work with my company. He requested to be paid $40 an hour, to which I replied, the most I pay anyone initially is $20 until I can trust them. He then went on to tell me about his depth of experience and how he's not in the tryout phase of his life anymore. Then he hung up. When I was 24, I worked 20 to 40 hours a week as an intern with no pay. Wow, what a flex. I learned more than any high-paying job could have taught me. No, you f***ing didn't. Furthermore, my experience opened the door to so many incredible opportunities that I could not have gotten otherwise. Frank, you're a dipshit. I don't care how successful you are. You're not better than everybody else for having been an intern slave, dude. Bro, it's not a flex, man. They're taking advantage of you. Companies when they hire normal employees. Companies when they hire managers. Yeah, the scrutiny absolutely stops at the bottom rung. It absolutely does. The dystopian future where daycare and parental leave are replaced with babies at your workplace. If the office can be managed from home, then home can also be managed from the workplace. Finally, a desk for working parents. I can see what they're going for, but that would be a terrible goddamn work environment for everybody that doesn't have a small child who is going to be screaming and yelling and needing more than just sitting in a playpen all day type of attention. Recruiter asked me to send in a report of my total earnings in 2020 and 2021 as a part of the negotiation process. Hi, please send me your salary info as soon as possible. As mentioned, it's the legal right of companies to show proof of salary in blank. In this case, blank has asked for your total earnings. We cannot negotiate a higher salary unless you provide this info. We need a benchmark for negotiations with her. Thanks. Yeah, they do not have a legal right to your salary. Oh, companies also, as far as I know, don't have a legal right to prevent you from speaking about your salary and sharing it. And no, it's not rude. We need to get that mindset out of here. Again, I'm sorry, I'm cursing too much, I apologize, but we do need to stop that, okay? Hi, blank. After some consideration, I still strongly believe it's not relevant to the negotiation. In fact, I feel I was actually asked more personal information, including past salary discussions, than I've experienced in any past interviews. If this report is absolutely necessary, I'd like to not pursue this opportunity further. Thank you. Interviewed at, was it Facebook, about 10 years ago? Interviewer looked at my CV and said, we don't count internships as experience here, so let's just forget all of that. Me? Those weren't internships. I went to college part-time and worked full-time to pay for it. Dead silence. Okay, wait a minute. What kind of stupid is that? We don't count internships as experience. The entire point, supposed trade-off of working for free through an internship is that you are gaining experience, right? Are you actually kidding me? Oh my god. Imagine getting sacked, and then the next day, when you finally regained your composure, you come onto LinkedIn and look for another job. Only to see that the very boss who sacked you yesterday has just posted a selfie of himself crying. What? Reality, unemployed, versus LinkedIn, blockchain enthusiast, cryptocurrency evangelist, influencer, inspirer, chef visionary? Dude, I can't read today. Chief visionary, serial entrepreneur, i.e. every business I started has failed, founder, omission, philanthropist, another omission, empowering, something, life coach, father, trendsetter, top 1% of LinkedIn profiles, according to myself, speaker, TEDx, the two-time attendee. Good God. I have a LinkedIn, man. I hate it. It's so stupid and pointless. There is no point to it. I'm so grateful for my career. I'm not bragging, but I just want to thank God. I went from homeless to living paycheck to paycheck to saving enough money to purchase an excellent internet data plan that allowed me to download this picture. Wow, braggy McBraggerson. I got featured in the Hong Kong Museum of Memes. I did not know they had a museum of memes, but you know what? Not bad. Now that is a flex. Sharing your porn enthusiasm on LinkedIn. I like to watch porn. Yeah, I admit it. And sure, many of you out there have seen your fair share. But why am I bringing this up? For two reasons. Because no topic is off limits, and, well, that's not true, and because it's important to be aware of indulgences in your life. There are some things that need to be done in moderation. For some, including myself, porn is one of them. Be very aware of the things that, if you do too much of, could cause more harm than good. Carry on. How unemployed are these people, man? Looking for a caterpillar. Must have 5 years of experience as a butterfly and at least a master's degree. This will be an unpaid position. The length of a LinkedIn post is directly proportional to the amount of bullshit in it. Ain't that the truth? That's the motherload of knowledge right there, man. The New York Times has an 8-round interview process. You would have an initial call with a recruiter, then the hiring manager, followed by a coding challenge. If all goes well at that point, there would be 5 rounds with the team via Zoom. Your thoughts on a call with the recruiter for this team? Do let me know. I appreciate you reaching out, but that is excessive. I wouldn't be interested. Most companies now have a 3 or 4-step interview process that's more respectful of my time. I wish you the best of luck in your recruiting efforts, though. I don't. I hope no one falls for that crap. When it goes from a couple of hours to maybe over the course of a week you have a couple of interviews, whatever, no big deal, that's one thing. But I guarantee you this 8-round load of crap is going to take weeks, maybe over a month of your time. What are you supposed to do in the meantime? You're going to this place to be interviewed for free. Oh no, my bills arrived. Well, that's not our f***ing problem, is it? Explain the gap in your resume is so infuriating, because maybe I was just vibing. Maybe something catastrophic happened. Why do you have to share intimate personal details to justify non-productive, non-laboring periods of your literal human existence? Oh my god. That's true. I feel like we should all be very honest. What's this gap in your resume here? Oh, I just didn't want to work. I was living my life. You know, the one that I get? I was just doing what I could to spend every moment as a person. Yeah. Crazy, right? I'm traveling for work, and instead of eating a fancy dinner out, I've decided to cook a cheaper meal in the motel room. Even though the hotel room didn't have a kitchen, I managed to use the coffee machine to cook chicken with butter and garlic. Although my company allows me to expense dinner while traveling, I wanted to save money because I know that every dollar counts. It's the little things that get you promoted. Thanks for ruining the coffee maker, jackass. Also got a sneaky suspicion they couldn't give less of a shit about you cooking chicken in a coffee machine for your promotion. We own that grand shit. LinkedIn really flies under the radar as the social media platform that's absolutely the most unhinged. It is pretty closed off. It's weird. I love it. Counterpoint. If a team runs itself for 6 months, forget about hiring a manager and just give everyone a raise. Reminder, if a team runs itself for 6 months while you hire a manager, you shouldn't be hiring, you should be promoting. Well, Matt, you are correct. Also, the other person is correct. What the hell is the point of a manager if they have been able to successfully keep themselves going for 6 months? Although I've got a sneaky suspicion in that particular case that someone stepped up and did more than the rest, in which case, I don't know, that could be your manager if you really need that dip structure. Either way, they do all deserve raises regardless. Does your boss know you joke about design industry on Twitter? Yeah, he does. If you'd like to contact him, however, please feel free over here. Hi, my name's Blank from the recruitment agency Blankety Blank Blank Media. I was wondering if you knew about your employer Tommy Mason and his Twitter material? I'm my own boss, you wet wipe. I hope that dude felt like a complete dip, because he is one. He so is one, but I love it. Big shout out to all the companies requiring their employees to come back into the office full time. Especially those that hired people remotely all over the country in 2020 and 2021, but are now expecting them to relocate to headquarters. And especially those that are only giving said employees 3 months or less to pick up their entire lives and move. Y'all are giving the rest of us some great candidates. I hope you're treating those candidates much better. A recruiter just contacted me about a role. That role reports to me where I currently work. At least they thought of you, man. My friend sent this to me. Caption, wow, this company just invented the lunch break. This morning we launched the Just Eat Power Hour. Our colleagues told us while in lockdown they were on back-to-back calls and found it difficult to take a break away from their screen. That's not how we roll, so we've introduced the Power Hour. It's designed for just eaters to have guilt-free time away from meetings, have lunch with the family, go for a walk, exercise, just breathe. It's their time. Another way we continue to brilliantly enhance the lives of just eaters everywhere. So wait, did you just admit that you weren't letting people take lunch breaks before? That is illegal. Stories on LinkedIn be like, yesterday we had a Zoom meeting and Sanjay was reluctant to turn on his cam. I insisted that he did, and we saw that he was presenting from a bed in the ICU where his mother lay dying. He apologized profusely for the inconvenience. I said, don't apologize for being human, Sanjay, and I didn't fire him. I just cut his salary. Show compassion for your employees. When recruiters offer me $11 an hour for skilled desktop support, I send them this. Bucky's minimum wage, 3 weeks paid time off, that's pretty good. 40-plus hour work weeks available, 401k, use it, cash it, roll it. Assistant, 19 and up, team leader, 16 to 19. See, these are pretty decent numbers. They're not bad to start, by the way, to start. Because again, $19 an hour for like a full long career. I like that it's 19 and up. They didn't give you a higher range for that, thankfully. But you know, by the time I'm retirement age, I better be making like $50+ an hour. We're not playing that game. Got sent home on my first day because the company forgot to tell me another candidate was chosen last minute. Are you kidding me? We should be able to bill companies for this crap. Exactly as the title reads. I interviewed for a receptionist gig last week and got the job. I was told I would be training with Linda and to come in today at 9 a.m. sharp. I got there 10 minutes early, and when I walked into the office, nobody knew who I was, and the manager, who interviewed me, was nowhere to be seen. The manager had gone to another candidate last minute, did not bother to phone or email me, and did not inform any of the workers. He was too lazy or cowardly to inform me, and instead let me be absolutely embarrassed instead. The woman who was chosen last minute was standing with Linda, who was supposed to be training me, and looked absolutely gobsmacked. Back to the grind! They should fire that guy. Just started calling employers and saying I was told to call back today to set up an interview. Pretty much what the title says. I was sick of not getting any word back from employers. Then the realization struck that they were going through hundreds of applications and were probably at the point where they don't know who's who anymore. So, new job application process is to apply for a job, wait a few days, call the employer letting them know I was under consideration for the position, and was scheduling an interview per their request. Results so far are 4 interviews this month compared to 1 interview over the last 3. Of the 20 or so times I've done this, I've only been called out on it once, and that one time I just hung up. Not bad. Bravo, you know? We're short-staffed. Please be patient with the staff that did show up. No one wants to work anymore. Nah, Little Caesars. No one wants to work in your sweatshop-ass kitchen for not enough money to pay their rent or to travel to your job. I'm getting real sick of this one too. Ooh, I hate it. Unionize. They can't tell you no. The government cannot tell you no. Unionize. ASAP. There's only so many people in the country that can work. Only so many people in the world that can work. What the hell are they gonna do when all of us can't afford to buy their shit anymore? Everything explodes. Inspiring. This CEO saw one of his employees digging through the dumpster for food, so he bought her a headlamp to make it easier to sift through the garbage. America. I really like your resume. What are your salary expectations? I offer a variety of plans to meet your needs. Choose the plan that best works for you. Ah, here we go. I like it. Unlimited emails per week. See, that's not bad. I like that he reduces the poop breaks as well. Choose the plan and enhance it with optional add-ons. Sign up today and choose from several payment options. Recruiter, we offer a competitive salary. Employee, great. How much is it? Don't worry about it, it's competitive. Anyways, what skills do you have? Oh, I have amazing skills. Great, can you tell me more about them? Don't worry, they're amazing. I love that term. Competitive salary just seems to be the exact same thing as we don't pay jack at all. You will not be able to afford to live by working here. This is the 2nd year I've been married, and the 2nd year my husband has taken a similar photo of me during our Valentine's Day dinner, taking a work call. While I understand the split between work and life, I've never been good at it, and my husband understands that. Helping other people never sleeps. I mean, look, if the two of you have an understanding, I don't think it really matters, you know? I understand that some couples are going to treat Valentine's Day as something sacred and, oh, if you mess up Valentine's Day, we're through kind of thing, and others are like, I think it's just kind of funny that it seems to happen every year on Valentine's Day that they mess with you, but whatever, you doing your job, you getting that bag. It doesn't seem like he's all that friggin' pissed. Employer, you're hired. Salary is $36,000. Me, I was hoping for $50,000. We have coffee on tap and a casual dress code. That's great, but foosball tables and treadmill desks. please calm down. Dogs at work, happy hours, free fucking snacks. Millennials love this shit. Where's the ping pong table? HR, we decided to go with another candidate who aligns with our needs at this time. Job is reposted on LinkedIn. So that was a lie. I briefly worked as a recruiter in Dallas. I was stunned by how much illegal stuff goes on. They had me checking social media to see if candidates were attractive and white enough to go to jobs. There was a minority drawer where applications were disappeared. I quit. This is something that I know crap like this happens constantly. This didn't happen. He's just looking for his employees to tell him he looks like Adam Levine. A candidate roasted me during an interview. He said, "You look like a much less talented version of Adam Levine." I thought, why would you insult your future employer? She worked at Google, presented well on the phone, and aced our engineering test. I thought the in-person interview would be a formality by then, until she came in and hurled insults faster than a machine gun. No, yeah, the title is right. That didn't happen. You just, I don't know, maybe didn't vibe with the candidate and wanted to invent a reason that makes you look hot. I'll never know why she did that, but I do know my values. If she mistreats me as the CEO and co-founder, she would do the same to our employees. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care if you've worked for all Fortune 10 companies. I don't care if the ROI on your hiring would be $1 billion. Then you are really stupid. If that were the case, then you are so bad at business that you don't deserve to be doing anything in business. Are you a moron? This is a new level of hell. Personal budget. Each candidate at Dave's company sends in their personal budget during the interview process to ensure they can support their family on what we're paying for that position. You don't want to hurt someone's family by allowing them to take a position they can't afford. Besides, broke and desperate people do not make good team members. Spousal interview. One of the last steps you should take before a hire is an interview with the candidate and his or her spouse. The spouse will tell you pretty quickly whether the position will really work for the family. Can you just pay people enough to fucking live? Look at all these hoops that they are inventing, constructing, and forcing people to jump through. If you cannot afford to support your employees enough so that they can live, you do not deserve to be in business. Ever. God, I'm sick of this. Gotta find a way to stand out. Test scores. Oh, my blood pressure's pretty good. That's new. If you don't get hired for an unpaid internship, it literally makes no difference. Just show up and start working. What are they gonna do? Pay you? PhD math student rejected for not having 3 hours of calc on their transcript? Wait, what? I had a job application decline because my PhD transcript didn't show that I had a bachelor's degree, which included 3 hours of calculus. My manager reviewed your application. Unfortunately, the determination still stands. In order to meet the basic education requirement, the agency must have the proper documentation to show you completed at least 3 semester hours of calculus from an accredited college. I am a PhD student in mathematics. Oh my God. Put the salary in the job description. No one should have to take time off to find out the job they're interviewing for pays significantly less than the one they already have. If the salary is so competitive, why won't you tell me what it is? Because they're lying. 12-month ban from applying because of a 5-minute personality test. Oh, dude, another evil corp. Thank you for the time you've recently dedicated to follow the selection process. This is to inform you about the status of your application. Unfortunately, based on the results of the online assessment you've completed, we will not be advancing your application to the next step. You will be able to retake the online assessment after 12 months. It's awesome. Do y'all know that I'm permanently banned from working at Target? I'm willing to bet that so many of you thought that I did something terrible. You assumed that I stole, knocked over 14 shelves worth of stuff, or accidentally ran over an old lady with a cart. But no, maybe we'll talk about it. I was at Costco yesterday and saw these 2 items for sale. A snow shovel that cost $20 and an electronic snow blower that cost $800. The lesson I see here is laziness is 40 times more expensive than effort. I guess just screw old people and those with disabilities then? Like what is it? What is it with the lack of respect for other people in general? I know that that's just that false equivalency Twitter type argument, where I like pancakes. Oh, so you hate waffles? But at the same time, look at the lesson he learned. He equates the snowblower with laziness. Nuh-uh. I use a snow shovel, but I don't think that someone using a snowblower is a lazy sack of shit. Bribe the hiring manager after a rejection? Someone I know had multiple interviews at her dream company, but she didn't get the job. So she did this. It's brilliant. She sent the hiring manager a $20 Starbucks gift card. With it, she included a note card that said, "I just wanted to thank you very much for considering me for your social media coordinator opening. I'm still in..." of course you are. How many people who that hiring manager has ever interviewed with did this? 0. So she still didn't get the job. So she wasted $20 on someone that didn't choose her anyway. Unprofessional, maybe? I have a series of questions that I'm going to ask you, so please answer them in detail to the best of your ability. Who is this? Owner of the company you applied for on Indeed. Can you f***ing lead with that? In an interview, ask the company if they're actively considering any internal candidates for the role. If they are, ask what advantages external candidates might offer to the position. If they struggle to answer, it's a good indicator that they're wasting your time. Of course they are. Of course they are. Companies do one of two things in this case. They interview people for no goddamn reason and hire someone from within, or they screw over the people that are already working there and ready to be promoted, and then they hire some random dork. One or the other. I don't know, man. This whole thing is stupid. Google would never lay off. Aged like milk. Happy to announce I was not impacted by the recent Meta layoffs because I work at Google, a company that would never do this in a million years. Dude, if you have the balls to say that about your dumbass software, super mega creepy demon conglomerate, maybe you need to find a different industry, because these people do this crap every 8 seconds. Employer, we are urgently hiring. Employer, after I apply. I'm getting so sick of that too. In the last couple of years, I wanted to pick up some part-time work just to get me out of the house, get me moving again so I'm not sitting at my desk the entire rest of my life. And yeah, no one frickin' replies. And I do call after 3 to 7 days. I do. It's good to check up and then have a manager go, actually, we weren't hiring for like the last 3 months. That was left up on accident. You people are pathetic. I was on a hiring team to hire a mid-level data analyst at a healthcare company. We had a candidate who had no experience and no domain knowledge, but he had a good attitude and good personality. And guess what? We didn't hire him. We honestly just had better candidates who already knew the skills we were looking for and had domain knowledge. He's out there doing well, though. He was a good guy. I love that you know that he's out there doing well. Okay, what was the point of this post? I'm incredibly confused by your message? Moral of the story is, if you have a good attitude, we're not going to hire you, but I'm sure you'll do better somewhere else. Look, if he didn't have the experience, that's a totally valid reason not to pick him. But I don't see what this was about. I can't fathom. I'm very stupid. Rare bird ruined my interview. So, I was on a second Zoom interview for a company when a really rare bird landed on my windowsill. I did a double take and had to stop and point it out. I love birds. Interviewers did not seem impressed. I don't even care, though. It's never been seen before in my area. I can't work for people who don't appreciate a good rare bird sighting. And I can't work for anybody that has zero sense of humor. Or, any sense of being a person at all. I've talked to a good few interviewers in my time that are incredibly rude, and they're cold, and they're an asshole to you because that's sort of a tactic, I guess. If we treat this interviewee like garbage, we'll really see if they're worth anything. And as someone who does have some mental disability going on up there, it was really goddamn mean, because of course I wasn't prepared to be treated like shit. The HR standoff. What are your salary expectations? What's your salary range for this role? I can't wait for companies to be legally required nationwide to post what they are offering at literal minimum for the job. And yeah, it is at minimum. If I go into Walmart and they say we start at 16 and I go, cool, after 3 months, what can I go up to? I don't mind starting at what you guys are willing to start with. I don't mind that. But it will go up, or I will leave, and I will find something better. We don't do this is your pay rate, no matter how long you work with us. When I worked at Walmart, there was a woman there who had a 35-year badge. And I asked, do they get any kind of benefit for that? I mean, that's their entire lives. Like their entire adult lives that they've been working here. What do you give them? And I kid you not, the only benefit that the manager was able to tell me was, they get a lifetime 10% discount. Wow, that's super good. When I asked, do they get constant raises? Nope, that woman was making about $1.50 an hour more than I was, and I just started. I hate it here. I just peed myself in public. No, not because I had to go and there wasn't a bathroom close. There was one within range. Sometimes you just have to put yourself in tough situations to overcome adversity. Basically every Sigma grind set post on LinkedIn. Oh yeah, I pissed my pants. I overcame it so hard. Can we make a reality show where we make baby boomers try applying for jobs for the first time in 30 years using their own advice, and then see how quickly they have a mental breakdown? I don't think they're gonna have a mental breakdown. I think they're just gonna... No, yeah, you're right, they'll have a mental breakdown, but you know how boomers get with breakdowns. They just sort of turn into a pissed off statue, you know?
Donate to charity or your CV gets buried.
Hi, I don't recognize your email address, so you'll need to take one
one simple step in order for you to get to me. Click here to donate $2 to support my nonprofit,
American Cancer Society.
Your message will be delivered to my inbox and I will be notified of your donation. Okay, well, I guess that's one way to encourage people to be generous with their money because they're looking for people who have that sort of mindset, I guess. Oh, wait, never mind. Nepotism. If you know me personally, you can bypass the donation by verifying here. I look forward to financially benefiting from you.
Get your booty back in the office!
From the CEO of an industry where as long as you have a computer, you can do your job.
Let's all be honest, working during COVID sucked a lot. Get your butt back in an office and rediscover what it feels like to love your work and work with a team you love. Not too many other life hacks out there that are this easy.
Nah, I'm good, Alex and Dr. Wang. Maybe the reason no one wants to come back into the office with you is because no one actually liked you. Recruiter's manager texted me after withdrawing application. Welcome back, class, to how to backflip desperately after originally lowballing a potential employee. Hi, this is Et. I lead the recruiting team here. We were disappointed to learn that you withdrew. I wanted to communicate to you that we would almost 100% come in with a higher offer, as well as the scope for you would be much more compelling than anything else out there, especially in the Atlanta area. I want to respect your decision, but also push back a bit and let you know that the decision to withdraw was probably a bit premature, just like my ex-husband. Our trajectory is massive at this place, just like my new boyfriend.
She isn't responding.
We can even get you on site today. The team was just super pumped about you. Emoji, please. Weirdest rejection I've ever had.
Thanks for applying for the position. We are currently okay. Kind regards.
Couldn't even give you the courtesy to let you know who was messaging you. Wow, that's incredible. This is a new one. Missing cover letter with your application. Hi. We noticed something when you submitted your job application recently. You didn't include a cover letter. No biggie. But did you know our past applicant data shows you're 3 times more likely to get an interview request with a cover letter? So here's the deal. We totally get that personalizing cover letters for each job can be a total drag. So we've teamed up with Cover Letter Buddy. Oh my god, it's an advertisement. They have both proven they do not care about a cover letter and are encouraging you to write a cover letter that isn't even genuinely you. Like, is that not the point of a cover letter? To display you, to be like, hello, this is me, the human behind the resume. Nice to meet you. Like, goddamn, the AI part just it completely ruins the point of the cover letter, and they are promoting that. Here's a better idea, guys. Why not just get rid of them? I just want a job, man. Just list what the job entails. Looking at all of these, I am so thankful I have work.
We need someone who is besties with Adobe products, has hawk eyes on marketing trends, and can't help but notice the design behind everything from websites to her kombucha wrapper. She even has a folder called Sweet Design inside her saved posts on Insta. Looks outside the world of Facebook and Instagram for design and inspiration on the regular.
Oh yes, like TikTok. But no. You go ahead and dissuade anyone from using these social medias that literally promote and help you find better such inspiration.
Is cutting edge and always looking for what's new in design. Is not afraid of creating something no one's ever seen before. In fact, this is where her creativity thrives. Would be seriously pumped if our creative director asked for her to come up with something brand spanking new that could only possibly come from her brain.
Well, there's no really such thing as new anymore. Everything's just copied or innovated off the other, but okay, go off.
And at the same time takes to the T direction like a champ. We expect all this expertise and knowledge, but you have to only get paid entry level.
Observe the phenomenon of the psychological LinkedIn effect. In real life, Hannah is a freelancer. On LinkedIn, she is a
CEO of my own design studio, entrepreneur crafting the awesome.
Here we see Armor. He's just a recruiter, but in a world more unachievable than Dungeons and Dragons, he is
Innovation Headhunter,
Visioneer of the Potential, Career Enabler, Talent Exporter.
Carlos is the uncle you never bother reaching out to anymore because he's just not really that interesting to you, but But on LinkedIn, he is still that. Just he has a suit too now. That's kind of cool. However, the most notorious of the delusional would be those like Chris. He works at the help desk. Oh, no. My mistake. On LinkedIn, he is MVP, MCT, Azure Architect, Cybersecurity Expert, CEO, CTO, CIO. Wow, those are some fresh rhymes, Chris. No, I don't want to see your SoundCloud. Millennials aren't buying diamonds. Why? Oh, sorry, Millennial here. Sorry, we're too busy filling out job applications that ask them to attach their resume and then enter what's on that same resume on the next page. Yes, I also answer phone calls from unknown numbers during job interviews. My niece was offered a tech job, no experience. The panel asked what were her salary requirements. My niece, 23, had no clue and underbidded herself. The black lady on the panel disconnected the live accidentally, called my niece's cell phone and told her what to ask for. This is it! So hold up, did she disconnect the live call for everyone or just herself so that she'd disappear and then call up? Like what's kind of sounds like she screwed over this person's job interview just to, apply a little bit of subtle long distance nepotism? I don't know. That's a new one. Highest degree. Oh, that's easy. I studied hard. Attained by your mommy and daddy, though. We don't care about you. We want to know where you come from. Only affluent education is allowed here. Oh, so everyone who has been laid off is persona non grata. Got it. Minimum 5 years work experience in healthcare and or managed care. SQL experience required. And don't you dare have any more than 3 jobs in the past 10 years. Because if a business you worked at fell under, it's your fault. That's what you get for not donating to their cancer society. And now a word from Bruce, who would, he thinks everyone should live like this? I actually did die once and was back at work in 5 hours. Had an accident and was dead about 9 minutes. Went to ER in an ambulance. They patched me up and I went home and worked from home the rest of the day. Hey, whatever helps you avoid confronting the experience of a traumatic event. We don't pay you. You have to pay us. We're looking for a conversational AI assistant prompt engineer. Unpaid. This is an unpaid position. The employee is required to pay $500 per week to Afterfleet to maintain access to job data and responsibilities. What? It's not a flex, but let me post a picture celebrating. Yesterday, I crossed 80,000 followers. It's not a flex, but... And then proceeds to flex. You know, people are a lot more tolerating of narcissistic traits if you're just open and honest about them. Like, don't project this unnecessary humility on yourself. We know you're proud of yourself. Be comfortable being proud of yourself. Nearly got me emotional. Please list any of your work history below. This can include employment history, work experience, and volunteering work.
Please note if you intend to upload a CV in the next page, you do not have to complete this page.
Should we start calling in wellness checks on all the recruiters who ghost us? Sending the police over to do a wellness check on a candidate who has suddenly ghosted you. But what do you mean you found a better offer? Our offer was the best. We offered you nothing, and nothing is better than that. Let me post about you on social media. Oh, poor CEO. Everyone's quiet quitting. Pizza Fridays don't work anymore, nor do ping pong tables. Everyone just wants more money. There, let it all out. Less fluids means less need of a toilet break. I swear, I'm not just on LinkedIn to Schmidt post. I am also here to congratulate my friends on their new positions, receive unsolicited business advice, and stalk my friends from high school. This is the entire post.
Attention everyone, from your Vice President ServiceNow and Practice Leader.
President of a consulting company. Number of employees, 1. 2 if you count God.
Like if you agree. I agree with them. They sound so smart and beautiful, I think. You make a lot fewer mistakes when you follow God obediently.
I don't know, it's pretty hard these days not to mix your cotton clothes with any other type of material. He's proud to be such a great boss. Definitely becoming less tolerant in my old age. This is like the equivalent of proudly taking a photo of you horribly parenting your own child. Jake, I won't be in tomorrow. I think I've picked up something from my kids. I can't stop being sick. 17. That's the number of days off you have had since November due to illness. 0 is the number of fricks I give. 18 is the number of days off due to illness you would have had this time next week. This is the coordinate numbers to your local job center, which you will need if this carries on. Say no more. See you tomorrow. Hate those 10-minute illnesses. Glad you're feeling better. I hope he came in just to hand in his resignation. I have 10 years of experience in my field, and this is the kind of nearly hour-long assessments I have to do to prove my worth.
Section 3 of 5. Which 6 are related in some way?
Reality is, none of them are. They just want to see how
Creative you are at critical thinking skills.
Which if it was actually more related to the job at hand, sure I'd understand, but no, not this. This is no. You want to test me like this? You can pay me. Honest cover letter. My ability to navigate ambiguity, as evidenced by my applying without knowing the actual salary range, is only outshined by my drive and determination, demonstrated by my willingness to manually input my information after uploading my resume. Honestly, screw glorifying hustle culture. Let's glorify taking time off. Oh, that is a daring statement to make on LinkedIn of all places.
That's why you don't get promoted while those of the rise and grind culture do. You wonder why boomers and Gen X are your bosses. Look at what you wrote above.
Oh, so it's got nothing to do with the fact they were older and started the jobs first? Trust me, Mr. Mark Georges. Implying boomers are in those positions of power because of their skill? Ooh, that is a very misguided opinion.
Employers don't hire people who engage in quiet quitting. Those are the first people they choose to lay off when they can.
Oh no, not the people who are leaving their jobs anyway.
Why even bother giving a salary range at this point? We know no one's actually going to be searching for a position that pays $38,000 a year, so let's just bring up our offer range to make it appear more in the search results. It looks like we're willing to accept someone who demands a six-figure salary, but no, that's not going to happen. Reality. Unemployed. The LinkedIn effect.
Blockchain enthusiast, cryptocurrency evangelist, influencer, inspirer, chief visionary, serial entrepreneur, i.e. every business I started has failed. Founder, omission, philanthropist, another omission, empowering something, life coach, father, trendsetter, top 1% of LinkedIn profiles, according to myself. Speaker at TEDx, 2X attendee, ICO advisor.
Ghosting jobs on the rise! The reasons? Wow, look at those multitude of reasons that are more about the businesses keeping the jobs posted than they are actually being available jobs for anyone. Let's go up all these very concerning reasons. No reason in particular, quite popular. They just forgot to delete the job. To placate overworked employees, in case an irresistible candidate applies. To have an active pool of applicants in case of turnover. The job was filled. To give the impression that the company is growing. To keep current employees motivated. Keep it up, guys. And remember, we can replace you. But of course, gotta tick that box that makes it imply that they're just a welcoming family. The company is always open to new people. That statement is the mask they put on, and the reality is all the other reasons below it. Got rejected for bringing up salary at the interview. Got a generic email after 10 days saying that I was rejected. Interesting to note that I was called to interview 3 months after applying. At the interview, they were visibly offended that I brought up salary. I told them I had 2 offers, which I actually did, and gave them a range. The interview was going great until I brought this up. They said that I should be honored to work there and consider it as a service to society, and they could only do $10K less than my offers. Yelp. Sounds like an unsustainable offer then, doesn't it? They never learn, do they?
CEO shares the #1 question to never ever ask at a job interview.
Wait until you're called back. If you're a job seeker, here's a piece of advice you likely won't hear from anyone else. Never ask an employer what their remote work policy is during the job interview. It proves to them that you're actually a human being with their own desires and needs, and you're only pursuing work to actually, survive in society, and that's disgusting. How dare you have individuality like that? Asked my landlord to increase my rent because I believe in the grind. This is obviously satire, but it's beautiful. Last week, my econ professor asked me, Jack, would you rather take $10 million now or receive $10,000 per week for the next 50 years? Without batting an eye, I said, neither. I would rather pay you $10,000 a week. Shocked, he replied, that's insane. No economic model would suggest to do this. Insane, I replied. Not at all. If you give me money, I lose my drive. I go soft. I might as well roll over and die. If I give you money, it makes me hungry. I have to grind to make more. I have to hustle. The only thing insane is that more people don't think like me. Well, at least they replied. Hi, thank you so much for following up. I was out Friday, but received an email from James and stated that he will be moving forward with an internal employee. As far as feedback goes, James said you were amazing. He loved your positive attitude and professionalism. Additionally, he added if there was another role open for the same position, he would have selected you. Please, continue reviewing the new roles we open on a daily basis on the career website and apply. It happens all the time. One opportunity doesn't work, the following one will. Best of luck! Respectfully, go f yourself. Okay, bye! Wow, they really don't want to read resumes.
Please provide the code of your weekly engagements and new jobs. Resumes will not be reviewed for answers stating see resume.
Go on, screw with them. Put all the information in your cover letter and say see cover letter. $5 bonus for 4 weeks of grinding. New cashier productivity incentive. The new cashier rewards all cashiers that are 100% or higher for each week. The cashier that is 100% or higher 4 weeks in a row will receive an additional $5 at the end of the 4 weeks. You also must have at least 200 earned minutes each week to be eligible to participate for the week. You can do it! Let's have fun as we go and reach our goal of 95% or higher. The number 1 cashier will still receive a $10 gift card, and most improved cashier will receive a $5 gift card. Make us thousands and we'll reward you pitifully in comparison. Who is with me on this? If your only goal for becoming rich is to buy gadgets, I hope you stay poor. Oof, I hope you're not a CEO of some company that sells gadgets. Husband of the Year award goes to this guy right here. My April Fools. My kids woke up and I told my wife I was sick. I was healthy as could be. I told her I couldn't get out of bed. She made the kids breakfast, did everything around the house, and came and checked on me. I was still pretending to be sick. Fast forward to lunch, I can hear my wife running around getting all the food ready. The kids are whining, and I know I've got a good prank going on because she's too busy to realize it's April 1st. Finally, supper rolled around and I've had a hard time keeping this prank in. She fixed up supper and got the kids to eat, and this was my moment. I waltz out of the room with as much energy as I can, singing The Lion King. She looks at me in bewilderment, wondering what just happened, and I nailed her with the April Fools. That'll be tough to top next year. Why, because she divorced you and took the kids? Yeah, that'll be really hard to prank them now.
I can't wait till next year.
This is what it looks like to be back on the road face to face with clients. Oh, God, saw my reflection, sorry. Current job market is brutal. My department just hired a new employee. I was on interview panel, so I know for a fact that we received about 300 applications within a week for a mid-level data analyst role. So we hired that guy, a very knowledgeable person with solid resume and skill set. He was laid off early in December and was actively searching and applying since then. Today I learned that it took him about 1,600 job applications before my employer offered him a job. It was his only job offer. That's all you need to know about the current job market. Oh, and to add, the guy we hired has 5 years of data analytics experience and quite a diverse skill set. His previous role is also in data analytics. At big well-known company, all his applications were for data analytic roles. I have a similar background and skill set. Last year, it only took me 100 applications to land my current position. I feel like there needs to be, if not already, some sort of live, updated population chart in terms of every different job industry. Just to let yourself see, okay, if I want to pursue this sort of career, how just oversaturated is it? Bet you can't work until 13 p.m. after all these. My weird morning routine that keeps me somewhat sane. 4:44, alarm. 4:50, morning walk. No phone. 6, a light workout. 50 minutes later, I stretch. Then I meditate for another 15. Then I paint. Then I shower. By then, I start work bulletproof. What I love about these is they boast about how they get so much more done in the day compared to people who wake up later, even though they'll go to bed at like 8:30 or 9 p.m. the latest. Like, well done, you've woken up earlier by going to sleep earlier. Finally get a job offer after 3+ months of searching. 9 out of 10 reviews on Glassdoor are begging me to run far away. Listen people, this is all it takes to become a millionaire in your 30s. Attention CRE brokers, want to become a millionaire in your 30s? Here's how. Save 10% of your income. Increase it every year by 1% until you reach a 20% annual savings rate. With a median income of $325,000, jeez. You'll reach 1 million liquid net worth in just 15 years. Don't wait, start saving ASAP and establish your goals today. Let us help you become more accountable and reach your financial goals. You don't want to have to do it alone. Pay me to do it for you. What do you mean you don't have money? You're saving 10% of your income, aren't you? Give that to me instead. Professional community. I ditched my Tinder dates today to come and meet Scalerites and you guys, these people here, and learn something around you. I couldn't find you anywhere in the whole of Scalar office, so I didn't understand the context about this much. But through some internet sleuthing, it seems this person is the one to kind of just create drama for the sake of drama on LinkedIn, of all places. It's so cathartic when you get to pull the Uno reverse. Hi, Chad. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to interview for the senior AE role at this place. I wish I had better news for you, but after carefully reviewing my notes from the conversation, I decided to say pursue other opportunities. Please withdraw my name from consideration. Wishing you the best of luck in your search. Cheers. Seeking ladies? Tom Novak on LinkedIn. He is retired. Not sure what you meant to do with that on a social media site that's all about, working together. Okay, here he is with someone who looks like a daughter or friend of his daughter. About me, I'm seeking females. Recruiters are absolutely brain dead. About our group, the job is simple. We need you to use Ctrl-Shift-V when copying text from Word document into each section to ensure proper formatting. Recommend drafting the job description in Word document, Ctrl-A to select all, Ctrl-C to copy, and then in job profile, Ctrl-Shift-V to paste into job description. It's important that when you're working here, you understand that introductory paragraph about the team, line of business, key deliverables, how it fits into overall company strategy. Consider noting if it's global, who they partner with, etc. Now more about the role. You will use Ctrl-Shift-V when copying document into each section of the ensure proper 40 hours for an opportunity to get unpaid internship. This is how you get in here. Send an application. Do a test task. It takes 1 week, 30 to 40 hours. Have technical and soft skills interview, 1.5 hours. Have a final interview with the lead trainer. So at this point, they're basically trying to train you on the job before they've actually hired you so they don't have to pay you. 100 hours of bullshit.
The rule of 100. If you spend 100 hours a year in any discipline, which is only 18 minutes a day, you'll be better than 95% of the world in that discipline. Consistency is everything.
Not sure if I can use this word, but that sounds like something that's bastardized from the whole 10,000 hour rule, which, if anyone doesn't know already, has been proven completely false. It's not legitimate. It doesn't make any sense. It's wrong. Don't bother following that. But also only spending 18 minutes a day on a skill or something, no, you're not going to get anything fruitful from that. What the flip is this? Stuff like this gives people anxiety. Why are you the right person for this job? Please upload a short video. You thought you were too scared to be an actor, to have to do self-tapes and auditions where they saw your face and judged how you looked on a camera. Well, suck it. It's your destiny now. Don't shy away from the big eyeball of the camera staring at your very soul, exposing and amplifying all the insecurities behind those eyes.
We offer a competitive salary.
Oh, great. How much is it?
Don't worry about it. It's competitive. Anyways, what skills do you have?
Oh, I have amazing skills.
Great. Can you tell me more about them?
Oh, don't worry. They're amazing. I hate it here. A few things before you start. The assessment consists of 3 tests and 4 individual custom questions. It will approximately take an hour of your life to be wasted. By the way, please allow the use of your camera and webcam and do not leave full screen mode. Snapshots will be taken of you periodically during the assessment. These measures are taken to ensure fairness for everyone. Oh yay, I love unsolicited photos of me. Oh hello, Tim Fields, owner in residential and commercial construction serving Missouri and Kansas. What business-related news do you have for us on LinkedIn?
It's not about the smecks. Women cheat because they want attention. Men don't notice because we're not looking. Social media ruined women. Poon ruined men. Prove me wrong.
I recently got rejected from a Tinder date.
Hello, Blue. Did you know that your name Blue means fair or white? I guess that explains why you're always so pale. Anyway, I wanted to let you know about a solution that could be of interest. We help you generate 5 to 10 qualified leads per week to your company without any Okay, but what? Hang on, they sent another email. I really apologize as I am using AI to generate the opening lines. Well, to be fair, it probably did get their attention. Just got rejected because they want more experience after 2 rounds of interviews. So then why the hell interview me in the first place? That's the part I don't understand. I did 2 rounds of interviews and the recruiter said my rounds of interviews went very well. I feel like I knocked the interview out of the park. My best interview out of the few I've had this month. I mean, I was so excited for this position and I really believed I was the strongest candidate. I just got an email back today saying they went with someone with more experience. That response annoys me because why would they drag me through stellar interviews and regard me as a strong candidate, but then just say, oh, we actually want someone with more experience? Like, did you not look at my resume? I really was the strongest candidate for the position. It really stings a lot because this is my third time getting rejected by this company in the past few years. Joke is on them though, they are losing out on a star. Okay, the third time? At this point, buddy, you gotta cut your losses. She's just not into you, bro. Oh, another man on LinkedIn wanting to tell us some more business info, definitely because they're posting on LinkedIn, right?
Went shopping with mom today.
I must admit that it feels awesome to take clicks now that I have an aesthetic body. The confidence level goes up 100 times when you start getting serious about health. I'm such a hot, sexy stud. My mommy says so.
In all seriousness, it's very sweet of you to go shopping with your mother still. That's a good man. Good job. What? This is somehow more offensive to me than just straight up unpaid internship.
To apply, note, this is a paid or unpaid internship.
It will totally depend on your interview.
No pressure. We just might make this a complete waste of your time and you'll never know how.
I just closed the tab when I saw this. Will you work overtime if required? If no, please provide the total number of hours a week you are able to work. $30 they have some automated system that denies any candidate who types in anything more than yes. 95% of all entry-level job listings. They want full-time entry-level. This job will help support your professional growth right from the start. Ah, cool, so I get my foot in the door, get an understanding of what the workplace is like, the career. Oh, nope, hands-on senior Java developer with over 6 years of enterprise development experience. How is 6 years experience entry-level? Do they not even check these forms? Why did you leave employer number 1? Yes or no? Why did you leave employer number 2? Yes or no? I can't really answer. Why did you leave employer number 3? Yes or no? When things are just not going your way. Research assistant at Theranos. Oh no. Don't worry, they found a new job at WeWork. Oh no. 2019 to 2020, took a year off because look at my prior employers. Don't worry, buddy, I'm sure the future's bright for you. Look at that, your next job is at FTX, account manager. Well, at least you didn't suddenly work at SVB. When I get a message from a company I applied to 3 months ago. We've chosen to pursue other candidates.
I don't even know who you are.
Apply for a cool job on a whim just for fun, even though I doubt I'll hear anything. Got a call from a recruiter telling me the team is wanting to interview me. Interview goes really well. I'm told I meet all of their qualifications and I'm giving a timeline of when they plan to start hiring for the project. Ghosted. Timely cold messaging. Hello, I'm Red from Accenture Recruitment. We're looking for candidates for some vacancies. May I share some details with you, please? The same Accenture that just fired 19,000 people? That's right, we have a lot of openings. Wow, you're really doubling down on this, aren't you? Yes! No one. Literally no one. Absolutely nobody. LinkedIn influencers.
Most chefs don't know how to cut vegetables properly. Here are 3 tips for optimizing your carrot cutting. 1. Hold the handle, not the blade.
That's it. Genius.
2. Use a cutting board.
Why? The floor does a perfectly good job.
3. Use a blender. Optional.
But that's not cutting though, is it? That doesn't cut them, that shreds them. That's completely different.
Follow for more tips. Agree?
I can't stand it anymore. Thursday at 1. Perfect. See you then. Hi, Miss White. I just want to double check with you that I'm still coming in today at 1.
Not today.
What the? Let me know! Not currently looking for a job. Don't have my number listed on LinkedIn. Recruiter is angry that I didn't respond to them over the weekend when they got my details from a database. Are you busy? If you are busy, you can message me later when you are free and I will explain to you so that you can understand quickly. Is that okay? Just 2 hours later.
You told the recruiter there that you wanted to know about the job. Why didn't you reply to my message when you read it? If you were busy, you can tell me. It's rude to send you a message and not reply like that.
Calm down. I was at a funeral.
Ew, don't bring up those bad words. Those things make people not work for us.
From the Wall Street Journal, corporate recruiters have been lying all along. Among those who said they advertised job postings that they weren't actively trying to fill, close to half said they kept the ads up to give the impression the company was growing, according to Clarify Capital, which is a small business loan provider behind the study. 1/3 of the managers who said they advertised jobs they weren't trying to fill said they kept the listings up to placate overworked employees. LinkedIn applicant numbers are a lie. Hey, job hunters, I have noticed something. You know when you see an ad on LinkedIn and it says 200 plus people have applied for it and you kind of get imposter syndrome about if it's even worth applying, if you're good enough, would you compare to the other candidates? Well, I put up a role to test this out and according to LinkedIn, I received 150 plus applicants, when in theory, I didn't. I got 40. So I asked around my recruiter friends to see if they noticed this and the result was, it's the amount of people who have clicked on the ad and clicked through to see the job advertisement, not applying. So don't be turned off by seeing the amount of applicants. It's not exactly what it says it is. Keep going. You'll find your dream role. Notice I said dream role and not dream pay. You will not get that. Never. Give up.
But I know Kung Fu. Update your application. Hello. Thank you for applying for the blah 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 role. You are not the one. Kind regards. Well, that's just straight and to the point, is it not? You are not the one. There's a King of the Hill episode where Hank loses his job after Megalomart starts selling propane. During the episode, Hank complains that he applied to 40 jobs and did not get a single callback. This was considered a comically absurd number in 1998. Yes it was. And today, it's just simple reality. Also, remember when he blew up Megalomart? Okay, he didn't blow it up. The stupid employee blew it up that he hated, right? But yeah, Megalomart exploded like a nuke. King of the Hill genuinely kicks ass. When you just put in your 2 weeks notice at your current job, got excited for your new job, and then came across this post on Reddit. The employer changed their mind and withdrew the job offer one day before I was going to start work. I was hired for what appeared to be a dream job. Lots more money, more responsibilities, easy commute, beautiful offices, and a well-respected employer. After I got the offer letter, I put in my resignation at my current job with a 2-week notice. They quickly worked to get someone to replace me so I could train them during my final week. I asked the human resources contact and the hiring manager at the new employer if I could start 3 weeks from the date of my offer so I could travel to see family during the week after my last day at the current employer. They said okay. One day before I was scheduled to start the new job, they sent me an email stating that the hiring manager had decided to employ another candidate. I called them in a panic, trying to talk them out of the decision. I told them I already left my old job and would be unemployed. No one seemed to care. It's great that they get to genuinely try to ruin people's lives just for funsy onesies, you know? I love companies. Your salary won't be very good starting out, is that okay? My performance won't be very good until it is. Is that okay? Nah, they expect you to say yes and suck a d. They want you to take it, that's it. Employers always just want you to take it because they feel they own you. I rejected the recruiter's open position, so they instead pretended they're representing me and cold emailing other recruiters. Core, GH, Copilot, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's just a lot of words. Hello, we're currently on a private search for Patrick, a principal engineer at GitHub, well known for making the first commit on Copilot for developers. He's an exceptional polyglot developer working on software scaled to millions of developers within months. Patrick is currently searching for a startup at which he can have high impact as a hands-on builder. I thought your team could be a fit. Let me know if you'd like to connect with him. I'd be happy to set a meeting up. Sure. I declined a one-way interview and the owner decided to personally insult me. What is up with that, dude? I've previously done 10 plus awkward one-way interviews and I've never heard back from a single recruiter after completing them. So now I just politely decline when a recruiter sends a link for one. But I must have hurt this guy's feelings when I declined because he proceeded to write this long-ass email nitpicking my resume, telling me about how I just don't get it, and how he was supposedly doing me a favor by inviting me to some dumbass one-way interview to get to know me better. In reality, if you want to get to know me better, let's talk directly via Zoom or phone instead of wasting 15 minutes writing some crackpot email because you're mad I don't want to record a lame one-way interview. I've only ever done one interview online in my life. And I felt it went pretty well. In the end, they did not go with me, but, just say you're trying to get marketing strategy ideas without paying for it. Ideas and recommendations on how we can enhance and drive our business. No. Also, see that? Salary 150 to 200,000? No, we're taking 200,000. We're taking the 200,000. You understand that, right? No, you don't show me what I could be making and then tell me I'm going to be making that much less. I'm sorry. Eat my ass. Is this necessary? White British, white Irish, black British, black African, black Caribbean, black and white Caribbean, black and white African, Asian and white. What the actual hell? Why is it this hyper-specific? This is strange. It should be illegal to lie in job postings. I got rejected for an SWE job because I wasn't conversational enough. And it seemed like I just wanted to get to the point when answering questions. That's fresh. I've been doing this a long time. Never had problems with my conversation skills during interviews before. Are hiring managers expecting to make new friends or something? Man, interviews and what they're trying to get have actually started to get a lot stupid. You're interviewing someone to see if they're a good fit for the job, not if they're a good fit to be your f***ing barbecue buddy, dude. Quit being a dick. I had 3 interviews in the last 2 weeks. 2 were listed as full-time. When I asked about the hours during the interview, I was told everyone starts part-time, but if you're a hard worker and learn fast, we'll offer full-time. We all know how that ends. For the next interview, the job was listed at $18 an hour, but they actually pay $15. What an enormous waste of time. Kind of gross to try to take advantage of people who are desperate. Yeah, it's funny that they get to lie. Companies legally get to lie about how much they're going to pay you. It's pretty fantastic. Again, I've told the story at Comcast at about $18.30 an hour. That was pretty decent. That was like my highest paying job I'd ever had at the time. But once you're done with training, you make 12. You make 12. I worked in retention/cancellation departments and was expected to sell stuff. Most of that money was commission, so I had to make up that extra $6 an hour by selling people home phones. Yay. Oh, and none of that was mentioned when I applied for the job at all. I didn't find out until I was most of the way through training. Unfortunately, I am a human being. Unfortunately, as we receive such a high volume of applications, we aren't able to offer personalized feedback. You. I'm so tired of companies refusing to tell you what you did wrong or how you could improve. They literally will not tell you. And they act like it's a professional thing. Oh, it's confidential stuff, blah, blah, blah. Shut the f*** up. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. Below are some of the typical reasons for a candidate not passing the assessment. Although note, this is not an exhaustive list. Reasons include demonstrating a preference to avoid pressurized situations. F*** you. Preferring to solve problems by using existing processes. F*** you. Preferring to have information presented clearly and concisely when making a decision. F*** you. When you finally get a hold of the recruiter/manager that ghosted you after promising you the job. You said you were going to offer me the job. Forgive me, I lied. All that education and experience put to good use. The job description. The job. I mean, I guess. Yeah, wow, how cute. What is the weirdest thing about you? Yes, we're a little quirky and we ask weird questions. No, I shouldn't have to. You're an employer. We're not buddies. This won't be a friend group. We're not a family. That's not how this works. I need money, and I'm willing to work for you in order to get some money. This is dumb. I don't know why, but this reminds me of the time I applied to work at Discount Tire, and there were several questions about fist-fighting customers and other employees. It felt really weird, dude. Quit a $75K a year job at 32 to focus on myself. So last week, I quit my job in management. I was making good money, but was honestly miserable. I never felt comfortable at all, always super nervous and shaky, and had serious anxiety from the job to the point where I was giving my team daily updates prior to them heading to their machines. I would be shaking, sweating, and super uncomfortable. I genuinely would feel anxious/uncomfortable 70 to 80% of the day. I have the privilege to move in with the parents so I don't have to worry about rent and have enough saved up to where I can go a year or so without working. I plan on finding another job in 3 to 4 months, just needing to take time for myself. Am I dumb for leaving this job since I definitely won't be making $75K wherever I go next? At least not for some time. Oh, it's really, really hard to give advice on that because I've never made that much money. Well, no, I've made about that much once in my life, at least 1 year in my life. And I can totally understand the idea of, well, that's good money, but I'm sad, but it's good money. It sucks that we do have to constantly think about money all the time. We have to think about it and put it over our feelings a lot. But if you are feeling that bad, I think if you have the ability, it might just be worth taking something lower that can make you happier. I know it sounds weird. I know it would sound really strange to say, yeah, stop making $75,000 a year. Make 40 instead. Or in reality, make 28 instead. Because you might be better off. It's weird to say, but you never know. If you were honestly good enough at management to make that much money, I'm sure you could find something better that makes you happier. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Was there anything actually wrong with the job, or are you just someone who struggles with public speaking and management? You're not dumb for leaving a job that's not a good fit for you, but leaving that job without another lined up to move back in with your parents is certainly a choice that not many folks would make. True, that is also true. You're not dumb for leaving a job that's making you miserable, but try and find something else first, or at least make a real plan first, I guess. That's the best idea. Don't just move back home and give up that much money just yet. You might be able to make it through. They really, really don't like the taste of their own medicine. Dear candidates, it takes you 30 seconds to write an email letting us know you've received a job offer and want to politely remove yourself from our process. I promise you we don't mind. Being a no-show to interview is just not acceptable. You never know where this hiring/manager or recruiter whatever might end up working down the line. It could be a company that future you desperately wants to work for. Don't underestimate how small the world is. Please say, man, why are you threatening people? Why are you trying to do that? Sure, it's not a direct threat, but I hate that. Wow, you were a no-show and you pissed us off. You never know. The guy that was trying to hire you could be working for a company you want, and then he'll get revenge on you by trying to ruin you and take away your dreams. They're gonna do that to you, okay? They like revenge. They're vengeful, awful people. Oh no. It's so cool how everywhere is severely understaffed, but will also not hire you for some reason. Oh, dude, it's so crazy. I've been trying to get a job or a part-time job at my local Cinemark so I can get free movies, because that sounds really fun. And they have had "We're hiring" signs up forever. And whenever I ask them, they say, yeah, we're looking for part-time people. I have applied 10 times, and every single time, no one messages me back at all. It's like they've blacklisted me. Why? It's a movie theater. I'm not applying to become a surgeon. Another day, another unhinged recruiter. Hi, this is blankety blank at the blank room. Did you receive our offer letter? I have received it, but I regret to inform you I will be declining the offer at this time. Can you tell me why? Thank you very much for your time, though. Can you tell me why? Hello? Seriously? I'll be sure to let the client know how unprofessional you are. We will not work with you again. Zero respect given to us. Smearing my name for declining an offer? No, for not answering my call or text. By the way, not smearing your name, just telling the truth, FYI. No, you are smearing their name. You are threatening to f*** up someone's reputation because you felt slighted that they gave you a taste of your own medicine. You deny people all the time, and you refuse to say why for bullshit reasons. So when this person declines to tell you why they don't want to take your f***ing offer, you have the balls to threaten them? F*** you, bitch. Is this a red flag? Thank you. Hello. I noticed that a compensation range was not listed on the job description. In order to be respectful of your time, would you mind sharing the budgeted monetary compensation range? Thank you. We offer a weekly base salary plus commission. The hiring manager will discuss and determine the compensation during the interview process. Thank you for that information. However, I want to be respectful of your time. There's a specific salary range I'm looking for. Can we talk about that up front? The hiring manager will discuss and determine the compensation. No, never mind. I'm going to go somewhere else where they respect me as a f***ing person. It's a red flag, but probably the most common red flag out there. Oh, it's definitely a red flag. Anybody can give you a range, and they should. Then, they may tell you that it depends on experience, certifications, or whatever the relevant metric in your field might be. How hard is it to do that? Accepted for an interview. Drive 300 miles. Get a hotel. Rejected because my education wouldn't qualify. Apply to a civilian position with a major city police department. Interviews were conducted in the main auditorium of the headquarters. 3 minutes in, I'm told to sit back down in the auditorium. They talk between themselves, then one interviewer comes to me and says, "We really don't think your education would get through the process. We're looking for degrees in A, B, or C, and you don't have them. Sorry." For a moment, I wanted to sternly tell her that all my education is clearly on my resume, so why did I even get an interview, have to drive 300 miles, pay for a hotel and restaurants, only for it to be a mutual waste of time? I decided discretion was the best choice, thanked her, and left, but I was fuming. I wouldn't have done that. That would not have been my decision at all. I would absolutely, not screaming and crapping my pants like a toddler, but I would have asked, why did you do that to me? I had to drive 300 miles and pay. Oh my God, that is beyond just evil in my mind that they are allowed to do this to people. God, the fact that they made you drive 300 miles for an interview and get your own hotel would have been enough for me to raise an eyebrow for me not to go. Sounds like a bunch of dipshit who wouldn't have been good to work for. Yeah, I'll say, I cracked it. Fake job posts are an email gathering tactic. You know what? They absolutely are. Today I was sent an email from a company I'd applied to that had ghosted me. Had figured that someone just fit the role better and forgot about it. But I scrolled back through my promotions folder and I'll be damned. I got ghost signed up for a crapload of spam emails. I don't know if I should be mad or in awe at the effing audacity. I'm gonna start reporting them as spam. That would be a very good idea. My employer can't fill a good-paying job. There's a reason. So I make good money, but a few weeks ago, my employer dropped a bombshell on me. They're combining my job with another job, which means double my work. For this, I get 60 cents more an hour. The job they combined with my current job is one that I turned down from the get-go because it requires me to do jobs I didn't want to do, like driving. People quit this job often because it's a highly stressful, busy one. Anyway, they're hiring other people for this job, and yesterday an applicant walked out after telling me they are crazy. I'm looking elsewhere, including at their headquarters. Companies are posting fake ghost jobs to gather resumes, and experts say this is why job hunting is now a nightmare. Job hunting has always been, well, a bit of a nightmare. Not back in like the 50s, I bet. It's tedious, nerve-wracking, and an opaque process at best, but a recent survey of hiring managers reveals that it's far more opaque than most of us realize. You're not imagining things. The job search process really is getting harder and harder. Which, it's great that they force that on us. It's awesome. I mean, how more ridiculous can this be? Neurology accountant specialist, entry level, let's see, 1,000 to 5,000 employees, pharmaceutical manufacturing, must have at least 7 years of total sales experience, entry level. Just apply anyway. If it's something you're going for, see what happens. They literally cannot expect 7 years of experience for an entry-level position. But I'm wondering, what are they going to pay you? What are they going to offer to pay you, like $10 an hour? Amazon tries to recruit Microsoft CTO for a back-end engineer position. Hi there, this is Blank from Amazon Recruitment. I found your profile while searching for software engineers who might be interested in software development at Amazon. Hence, wanted to check if you're willing to consider an opportunity with us, as I'm willing to guide you throughout the interview process, preparation, and help you to the best. Cool. Looks like I need to fix up my profile. I would say so. I would definitely say so. The wildest application request ever. Let's see. Go to rvezy.com and create an account. Click Rent an RV and search Yellowknife. Using the filters at the top of the page, select Drivable as the RV type and find the RV with the title RVEZY Elite. Submit a booking request for that using whatever dates you like. Note that the process will ask for your credit card details, but don't worry, we promise you will not be charged. We will not accept the booking. In the message to the owner, introduce yourself and tell us about a time you went camping, or share another outdoor or travel experience and tell us why you would be a great fit for the position. We want to get to know you. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I think I mentioned before at one point I got scammed by a fake application process. I did pay someone $50 or something like that, thinking I was going to work for USPS. That was a valuable lesson to me. Don't know how I didn't see that coming at 19 years old with no experience at life whatsoever. But this right here, why is this legal? How is this okay? And how has Indeed, or whatever website this is, not been able to get rid of stuff like this? Job that rejected me 3 months ago for asking too high a salary posts another job with the same salary range I asked for. So I applied to a job 3 months ago and was rejected because I brought up my salary expectations during the interview, and they said they could not match it and do not have funds. The same department in this company posted another job in the same salary range I asked them for. I'm not applying to it, but I'm still salty about the whole ordeal on how they were offended by me stating my expectations during the interview. It's funny, I actually missed out on a job with Southwest Airlines for that same thing. It was a job where I basically had to work some of the most insane rotating shifts in the world, not flight attendant or anything on the plane. It was ground crew at DIA that I wanted to go for, because I thought, hey, working for an airline might be kind of cool, something to do, right? Even though I have to drive a pretty hefty amount of time to get up there for sure. But again, I was 19 and didn't know any better and thought I could do really weird stuff. But yeah, they said it's $10 an hour or $10.25 an hour. Like, are you f***ing kidding me? $10 an hour with that much physical labor, having to work around giant passenger jets? No, I'm sorry. I asked them, so after like 6 months to a year or something like that, does it go up from there? And that's when his tone completely changed. And yeah, just don't ever try to apply for a job at Southwest. They're also really rude. Several other applicants said the same salary you did. Pretty sad that they can't just get over themselves and call the ex-applicants again. I'm 100% sure they're aware of this, so why can't they at least ask? Oh, that would be them having to put in some effort, right? Just had a recruiter rip apart my resume from 15 years ago. What a humbling experience, and what an absolutely crappy person. I didn't have much career progression for the first 8 years of my career based on companies I was with not promoting or stuck on a team with no growth. A recruiter decided to really focus on my past and why I wouldn't be a good fit instead of focusing on my last 5 to 7 years. They had the audacity to say they wouldn't recommend me to interview because I didn't jump out of the gate in college and grow much during the Great Recession. Gotta remind myself that they're in sales and I'm not. Was asked for my SAT score as a 28-year-old with a graduate degree and work experience. Okay, that's interesting. The company was SpaceX. Somehow isn't surprising. Also, how embarrassing is it that I actually remember the score after 10 years? Edit. This was asked as a mandatory question in the application, not in an interview. They did have an option to say, I don't know, though. On-site in Toronto equals permanently relocated to Saudi Arabia. What? Excuse me? Hold on. YouTube video producer. Full-time, mid-senior level. Okay, this is interesting. Job description. This role requires the candidate to permanently relocate to Saudi Arabia. What is the video? What channel is this? This has to be like one of those big conglomerate channels, right? You know, kind of like Linus Tech Tips or Donut Media or something like that, where it's got like 50 people working for it or something crazy. When they give a salary range in the job description, and when I request a salary in that range, they say it's too high. It's awesome. This was Universal Music, by the way. What's the point of having a salary range if you're going to eliminate people who are requesting a salary in that range? Quit wasting my time and make your range accurate. Whenever I was expected to put that down on an application, I would just go with a random number. You know, I didn't know what to put. I don't really truly know what I'm worth just yet in my life. I'm still working on that. I just know I'm worth more, just like you are. These companies are cheap as hell. I just hate putting down what I would like and they go, well, we do this. Okay, but goodbye then. I ran into this last year. Asked for the range, and my current salary and ask fell in that range. Okay, weird. Great. Proceeded the conversation only to be told the target was 8% lower than my current, and they weren't going to budge. LOL. They wanted a long list of senior experience for less money. I suggested culling items from the description to bring it in line with their target. The role was never filled, and they ended up canceling the job. Wow, isn't that great? What's the hardest thing you've ever done? Work, life, anything. Job searching. Oh, I bet they just instantly threw you out at that point then. Well, this seems like a red flag. About the company and opportunity. Our client is a successful international multi-level marketing company. So they're a scam? They're a scam company. That's cool. 3 interviews agreed to salary, offer is $20,000 less. I'm 3 interviews in and have been consistent and honest with my income needs and history. Okay. Every single person agreed that is more than doable. Offered today, $20,000 less. I'm not taking that. No way. But why send this when we have 3 discussions confirming my income requirement? Edit to the correct number of interviews. Update. They met my number and will send a new offer to me. Hey, not bad. That's pretty good. Seriously? What? Some details about this position. Detail. Oh, okay. Bro, just hire me or don't. What's all this crap for? The application process. Apply for the position. You are here. Asynchronous video interview. Okay. Skills test. Technical Zoom interview. Culture Zoom interview. Hiring decision. No, I will have one interview with you in person, wherever you are. If that's literally not possible, I totally get it. But I'm going to have one interview, okay? If you can't ask and talk about everything you need to in one interview, you're a bad interviewer and a company, okay? This 55 interviews for every position thing is getting insultingly stupid. I've gotten so many rejection emails, and even more companies not even replying at all. Some were straight up mean, but this one was surprisingly down to earth, and I appreciated it. Thank you so much for taking the time to apply for our opportunity. I wanted to share that we recently closed the opportunity with another candidate. I'd like to be transparent in that we had thousands of applications for this role, and we were both excited and overwhelmed by the amount of interest. Unfortunately, that volume meant we weren't able to connect with all of you. Almost everyone who has applied has great experience and in any other market would receive a request for an interview. I know that support teams are one of the orgs that has been hit the hardest during this tech recession. Market correction, or whatever you want to call it. I know that a lot of you really wonderful humans have been impacted, and many people are cycling through the stages of grief, depression, and anxiety that come with it. I know because my partner is currently unemployed and looking for his next role. So I just want you to know that you are seen, and I wish I could at least talk to and maybe hire many of you. I hope you can practice self-care, go easy on yourself, and remind yourself that this is temporary. I am truly wishing you the best. Thank you. Even if that's copy-pasted to the thousands of people that applied, I appreciate the hell out of someone who at least can act like they give a crap about other people. Thank you. People are so lazy these days. You can't find the staff anymore. My dear blank friends, are you looking for a job? If you do and are ready to actually turn up for work, message me. Restaurant or housekeeping in a hotel. Possibly other positions too. Experience would be a great advantage. Split shifts, minimum wage, weekly pay, 0-hour contract. What? Hotel operates 7 days a week, so you'll be expected to work according to business needs. Eat my ass. If you're not happy with the above, don't bother me, as doing your paperwork takes longer than your trial shift. If you do need a job and money, don't moan that there's nothing out there, but apply. Man, looking at your profile picture, I could guess that you'd be a jerk. I could just feel that, you know? I wonder why. It's like a stereotype out there or something, I think. The trend of stress testing candidates is breaking me down. There's a new trend in tech to have the technical test be something outside the scope of the role you applied for, and the skills listed in your CV to see how you deal. You need to code something you've never done before while someone watches you. We want to see how you work under stress. It's draining me. My depression has been getting so much worse because even though I passed them, I can't actually handle stress very well. I get extremely nervous when watched, even when normally. It's hard to apply for multiple jobs when every company requires at least a full workday in research, tests, and interviews, and then this stress on top of it. And I can't just skip these companies because everyone I've applied to does it the same way and I need a job. I've had to stop applying because my emotional state got so bad. Yeah, I hate that crap. I think it's ridiculous that now they're having you go through entire work days of shit. I don't care what the position is. This is ridiculous. You know what? These companies should be compensating people for the amount of time that they are giving to the company. I don't care. If I'm interviewing for 8 hours, like a full day, doing actual work for you, yeah, you need to pay me for that day. This is getting stupid. Tech hiring is broken. Just finished my 50th interview in the last 45 days and no offers. Honestly, this may sound weird. I'd start collecting my rejection emails and letters. I'd print them out, I'd put them in a folder, I'd save them, so that when I finally got to a point, when I finally got hired, somewhere I want to be, something I want to do, and I feel like I did it, I want to have like a 500-page book of rejection letters. You know what? I'd publish that shit. I would publish just a book of my rejection letters. Some of you people should do that. There's got to be a guy out there that saved these and has like 1,000 rejection emails. Seriously, print them out, come up with a funny name and publish that crap. It'll be New York Best Time Seller immediately, and it'll be a great way to tattle on, okay, well, you can't actually put the company's names and stuff in there, but it would be a great look into how people get treated after hours and hours and hours, days and days and days, and months and weeks and years, whatever, of trying to get a job. I've had about 2 interviews a day, every day since I got let go in May. I have 13 years of experience, but so far not a single offer. In fact, most of the companies have ghosted me, even after multiple rounds. Man, can you imagine being a company that's a giant Can you imagine that? Honestly, this kind of reminds me of the movie Up in the Air. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it. Had 2 offers and got chewed out when I turned one down. To quote their CRO, why would you make us match your offer if you had no intention of taking it? And why would you make us submit a written offer when we told you not to do so unless you're taking it for sure? The CEO had to tell the CRO to stop. What delusional hellhole does that guy live in? People have options and people will make decisions that don't always end up in your favor. Glad I dodged a massive bullet with that idiot. Last year, I got rejected during a job interview for not understanding the concepts of a certain iOS library. What the interviewer didn't know, I wrote that thing. I actually had a lot of fun during that interview. Please tell me that you actually went, what do you mean not understanding? I made it. Please tell me that you did that, proved it, and made the guy look like an absolute dork. People need to be taken down a peg or two when they think they're the Lord knows I have. That's one of those things I need to do every year. Have someone just slap me in the face and call me a little stupid. You know, I'm not all that. Everybody needs that. Look at Daniel Radcliffe's little buddy that he hired like 12 years ago to make him look inadequate. Do they really think someone with 10 years of experience will work for $25 an hour? They certainly think. See, look at that range right there. 25 to 30. Okay, we're going with 30 then. Oh, you won't give me 30? I have to work for 8 years before you'll even consider it? No then. Holy crap, this one's a tall one. Okay, years ago, back when I worked in a cubicle, we were hiring junior software developers. They didn't have a ton of experience, just a willingness to learn and some demonstration of their software skills. Like, show me a program you wrote. Any language, or a website you designed. Anything. And there was this one guy I talked with who seemed super sharp, but had virtually zero experience writing software. When it came time to do the show and tell part of the interview, he whips out his laptop, brings up a website, and spins it around to show me what he made. A website of tiny ceramic frogs. Not for sale, just all these ceramic frogs, organized into categories, frogs on bicycles, frogs with hats, frogs sitting on lily pads. It was a virtual museum of ceramic frogs in web form. I scrolled through this online collection of frogs slightly baffled. This is your website? I asked finally. Yep, you coded this yourself? I popped into view source mode and poked around some incredibly well-formatted, well-commented HTML. I nodded slowly. This guy was meticulous. Yep, so where'd all the frogs come from? I made those too, he says, beaming. And while I'm processing this, he rummages in his bag and pulls out a little ceramic frog working at a computer terminal. He places it on the table before us, next to the laptop. And this one, he says, I made for you, as a thank you for the interview. It was adorable. I hired him on the spot. I mean, why not? Worst case, he'd wash out in the 90 days and we'd hire somebody else. He turned out to be one of the best developers on our team. And yes, his cubicle was loaded with ceramic frogs. This is absolutely adorable, and I want this man developing all of my websites. Wait, hang on. Where can I go to the website? Can I go see the frogs? Dude, you can't just say he built this and he didn't put it up anywhere. Where is it? I want to see the frog site. 3 new people were hired at my company and they don't know why. Their boss doesn't either. Again, it's not their problem. It's the boss's problem and the boss's boss's problem. 3 new people were hired into another IT group at the company I worked for. It's a huge company, so we have a very large IT org. On our weekly status call today, the new hires, 4 weeks in, informed the whole group they don't know why they were hired. Apparently during the interview process, they were told it could be for one of several roles, and they haven't been told which. Their boss also stated he didn't know what they're supposed to be doing, so they just aren't working. Pretty bold statement in front of a large group of people already working 50 hours a week and being pressed to work more. Why is this allowed to happen? Makes for a bad environment for all involved. Yeah, but if they weren't told what they were to do, I hope you're not blaming them. Blame it on the jackass that's not figuring out what they need to be doing. And the people that thought it was okay to hire people for, I don't know, you could do anything, we'll figure it out. $20 an hour CFO posting. Whoa. Chief Financial Officer for $20 an hour? Okay, look, I think I've mentioned that CEOs are not worth $30 million a year. CFOs certainly not either. I know that they are the highest level jobs at a company. Most CEOs are not making $20 million a year, as far as I can tell, unless they're the big boys like Disney or Amazon or something stupid like that, right? However, $20 an hour, holy crap, that's ridiculous. I can understand a CEO making a good bit more than the lowest worker, and by a good bit, I don't mean millions of dollars. Like $75,000 a day, I think is what Bob Iger pulls down. No, he's not worth that. I don't know what the guy does, okay? I love Disneyland with all my heart, but that guy just seems, ugh, you know? But $20 an hour, that doesn't seem right. I'm tired of this circus. I just drove 6 hours to an interview to find out they lied about the remote work and salary. I had a really good feeling about this employer. The first 2 calls went well, and we seemed to have everything sorted out. They asked me for my salary range, and I said, that's okay. The job was advertised as mostly remote. Yesterday, I drove to the final on-site interview where I was informed they don't allow more than 20% home office, and only if they feel like it. Also, the hiring manager offered me 20% below the salary range I had been given. I hate living in this society. Edit. To those asking why I drove to a job that's supposed to be remote, it was advertised as mostly remote, not fully. Where I live, it's completely normal to show up for an interview in such cases. Yeah, I can get that. What do you mean it was always nepotism? Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. The job market is truly broken. There are no secrets, hacks, or tricks. Everyone will fail. Just give up any and all of your personal time for this job. Yeah. Let's see. Work schedule. Weekdays from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Weekends from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Honestly, really just depends on the situation. Not sure exactly what a job would entail. Depends on the trajectory of the company. Okay. I understand not always knowing. I worked for a fantastic company back home for about a year or a little over a year that, well, we specialized in building stages and setting up sound work and stuff like that. That's actually how I did some of my work with IATSE, working for big stuff like tearing down the stage for Tool and putting up and tearing down the stage for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and among other things. I didn't always know what was going to happen. I would get a text saying, hey, we got this thing tomorrow from this time to this time. You want to do it? I'll put you on the list. So I was put on the call sheet, pretty simple stuff. But things like that? What? The more I apply for jobs, the less I care about trying. That's fine. What's your current employment situation? Employed. Why are you interested in this position? Job. I would just say money. Why do you think you're the best candidate for this role? Yes. Include a link to Myers-Briggs test? Include typing speed test. Oh, dude, I would absolutely fail every typing speed test in the world. I think I got the speed, but my accuracy is probably less than 5%. AI interviewed and rejected me. What? Last question. When are you available to start? As soon as possible. Thanks for sharing some of your work history with me. At this time, it doesn't appear that you will qualify for this position. What I would like to do is keep your information on file. Nope, that's a lie. It's a lie. They never do that. They never do that. They never do that. Jeez, I hate this crap. And now we're having AI do this? Frickin' really? Salary $150,000 per hour. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna make double what Iggy makes. Oh, see, that's not bad at all. West Bend. Now I can really live making $150,000 an hour. Works a solid week, works as much overtime as they want that week, take the rest of my life off. Workday when I apply to a new job, despite now having 16 Workday accounts. I've never met this man in my life. Really glad I don't have to use that website. But you know what I am glad about, though? We've hit the end of this one.
Decided to check out that anti-woke job board for funsies.
Requirements. Must agree with and be able to sign our statement of faith.
You like the collab between Steve Wonder and Ariana Grande too?
Maintains a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
Wait, I thought Christians don't support gay.
Regularly attends a local Bible-believing church.
Like, is kissing the minimum, or can we just hold hands?
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm just still confused about the Jesus thing. Other side of the coin, applicant didn't use company's application procedure, but instead emailed this. What do you think about the way this was done? To info@europelanguagejobs.com.
Looking for new employment. Attached is my resume and reference document. Do not waste my time, please.
With regards.
Hey, he said with regards. Frick using AI chatbots in the recruiting process.
I am Rovi, the robot chatbot. What's your first name?
Firstly, do you know if there is an available salary range?
Seems like you're trying to learn more about working here. Can you please ask the question another way?
Salary range.
Got it. Thanks. What's your last name?
No, that's not. My name's not salary range.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Could you answer again?
Oh my
and
God.
this time, don't be such a little bitch about it.
What?
Would you like to continue with your application form?
No, stop.
What would you like to do next?
Stop,
Hi.
chat.
Salary range.
Are you interested in this job?
No, I'm not.
Bribe the hiring manager after a rejection? Oh, God, it's a LinkedIn post. Someone I knew had multiple interviews at her dream company, but she didn't get the job. So she did this. It's brilliant. She sent the hiring manager a $20 Starbucks gift card. Oh, just as highlighted in the LinkedIn Lunatics video we did earlier, Man's posted a likely fabricated story and didn't even proofread.
With it, she included a note card that said,
So I just wanted to thank you very much for considering me for your social media coordinator opening. I am still extremely interested in working for XYZ Incorporated, and when the next opening arises, the coffee is on me so we can discuss it.
How many people who that hiring manager has ever interviewed did this? 0. Think she'll be remembered when another opening arises? You bet. Go the extra mile. Do things others don't. Stay continually top of mind. Be memorable.
Copy that. The moment I'm in that interview room, I'm walking over to their side of the table and I'm stroking their tongues as they speak. That's memorable. It's something that's continuously at the top of my mind and an urge to do. It's something others don't do, and it goes the extra mile because I'm taking those extra steps around the table. I'm leaving my mark in this industry. Buddy of mine is looking for work in the AI space, reposting for visibility. It's just Sam Altman. I'm open to work. I've got lots of experience with ChatGPT. For those who don't know, this man is literally the leading figure of AI. Like how Stephen Hawking is famous for black holes and islands. What?
Oh, sorry. We are looking for someone with a bit more experience using ChatGPT and AI tools. It seems you only have 4 years of experience using ChatGPT. We are looking for 5.
But I was the CEO of OpenAI.
Oh, sorry, but that is not ChatGPT.
Okay, profile insights. Here's how the job qualifications align with your profile. Master's degree. Great, I've got that. I'm qualified for this job. One of the highest degrees you can get. Let's see what the rate of pay is. $18 an hour. Full-time Monday to Friday. What? I mean, if they literally know you did a master's degree, why would they dare pay you so close to minimum wage? Please tell me I'm not the only one who finds this extremely cringe. Qualifications. Bachelor's degree or equivalent in accounting, economics, or finance. 1 million years experience in accounting. Just kidding. 1 to 4 years. Proficient in Microsoft Excel, audit experience a plus. Look, I haven't developed a sense of nihilism for job hunting just yet, so from my perspective, this is great. I'd feel more motivated to apply for this place because they obviously are aware of how ridiculous this sort of market is at the moment. It's not like it's a pun, you know? They're making fun of themselves in this industry. Recruiter accidentally CCs me. All their data are now belong to me. Ooh, we got corp email, some other rando, corp email, me, corp email, and corp email. Hi all, happy Friday. I am passing on the following resumes for you to review for your open roles. Please let me know if you're interested in the following candidates and I can set up a screening or interview. Here's all the candidate names. Additionally, I do have a few updates regarding the candidates that you and your teams have expressed interest in already. Please see the details below. God, I'll be honest, I'm disappointed in the lack of tea here. It's all professional and direct and communicative. Where's the criticisms about people behind their backs? Come on. If this recruiter doesn't get fired for accidentally CCing in the OP here, they better get fired for lacking any spice. Hi, Amber. I would need to know your salary, KPIs, how long the position has been open for, why the previous holder left the position, and how you are paid before proceeding. I get a number of messages from recruiters, so you can understand my time is valuable. Thanks. So that's the circumstances here. This person hasn't approached Amber in the first place. Amber has reached out to them. Amber's made the offer. The other person is asking for more details. How does Amber respond to this basic request for fair information?
I'm gonna kill you!
No, it wasn't like that.
Red, you seem sharp. It's surprising to me that you would insinuate that your time is more valuable than mine. I pour unpaid hours into the people I work with and most times never see a cent.
Money is not our relationships are about.
I hope grammar is at least. And woo to you, you never had the incentive to be a bit less agreeable and demand better pay rate for yourself. It's not Red's problem here.
Based off your message and the philosophy you seem to hold around building professional relationships, I don't believe you'll be a fit for any of our clients. I hope you find what you are looking for.
This is the most professional version of an incel saying,
Well, you're fat and ugly anyway.
hello, I am truly sorry, but a 5-hour exam seems like a bit of a stretch. Regards, Kakper.
Hi, Kakper. Thank you for your email. There are 5 task sets in the exam, which each task set contains a number of different tasks.
You will only proceed to the next task set if you have passed the previous one. The qualification exam could take 5 hours, however, we highly recommend taking breaks during this time. When a full set of tasks has been completed, you will see a new set of instructions to move on to the new task type.
That's when you can take a break or log out to finish the session if you wish.
Oh, so it's not 1 exam, folks, it's 5, of which you have to wait for them to respond to actually give you the next part of the test. If that's considered me able to take a break at that time, that's like considering that when you're photocopying something and waiting for it all to print out, that's technically you having a break, because you're just standing there waiting.
I theorize, like a bit of a conspiracy here, but these companies purposely set up these long ordeals just to get the job so that by the time you've got it, it's like a sunk cost fallacy, and you're less likely to leave because you feel like, well, you've already committed so much time to it anyway.
Speaking of which, after 4 rounds of gruesome interviews over 2 months. If you have any feedback, please let me know.
Sure, there is an update that they are looking for only female analysts for this role. Let's stay connected for future job opportunities. Thanks.
Well, look at that. All the years you spent training, educating yourself, the months you spent trying to qualify for this position, but you weren't good enough because you have a willy. You loser. After my 5th interview, I'm convinced they're just fricking with me at this point. Hi, blank. Would you have capacity to do a small 2-week project in the coming weeks? We would like to assess your ability to rapidly pick up things beyond your knowledge and use tools quickly. What is that line? Rapidly pick up things beyond your knowledge. We'd like you to do really well at things you have no idea how to do. Basically, what we're not telling you right now, but it's clear from you reading the subtext of this email, we're dead behind on something. We need all the hands we can get, but we can't afford you yet. So, slavery? Internship? Interviewer forgot I was CC'd.
A debrief on interview of the person I haven't realized I've CC'd. 1 short experience coming in, late for meeting, and completely unprepared. Claims to not be aware of SQL testing, even though it's clearly explained to all applicants. Several typos in resume and question set. Initial interview shows most of his interaction is non-technical process improvement, not software development related. Was pretty terrible at SQL and declined to complete the test. Generally, I got the sense that he was likable, but very cocky, but he was not invested in the interview at all, and that he doesn't have the skills we need. He was gracious upon hearing that the interview would end, and DW suggested that we might follow up at a later date.
Oh, the temptation if I received this to just respond openly with, cheers. You applied for this position of secretary/bookkeeper on October 11th, 2023. From the employer.
Hi, Tyler. Could you send resume again? Type letter 2 small dot. Thank you.
Hi there. Do you have an email I could send it to?
For what? Your resume?
Yes.
What do you want?
What?
No, thank you.
You contacted me.
I'm not interested in this position. I will contact Attorney General. Please, thanks.
I think this wins the prize for most out-of-touch statement by a hiring manager. Am I insensitive to the world if I think people should pay a small fee, $20, to apply for a job as a means to prevent the overwhelming quantity of underqualified or mismatched submissions? Ooh, let's just zoom in to decrypt this subtext. Wham wham, me job too hard, wham wham. Reading resume hurt brain, wham wham. Me want employees, but me don't want to have to employ. Pay me money, wham wham. And they would still find a way to question that gap. Okay, you got primary school, high school, had to take a break due to the war in Bosnia. Right, so what were you doing to keep up your skill set in that time? What was your employment situation like? You were just sitting around hiding like a sook? Is that what you do when war breaks out? You flee it? It's not really a forward-thinking, proactive attitude that we look for in this company.
The ultimate Glassdoor interview review. Accepted offer. Positive experience. Easy interview. Application. I applied through an employee referral. The process took 1 day. I interviewed at blank. Wow, so quick and easily successful. This person must be really skilled in their field. Tell us more. The interview process was very simple. My dad knew the vice CEO of the company, so therefore my interview process was fairly basic and simple. The interview was very chilled and relaxed, and I didn't feel any pressure at all because I knew I was going to get the job.
Oh, I bet.
Interview questions. How is your father? That was all I was asked. Thank you for getting back to me. Unfortunately, your expectations are very high for this position. So sorry. Best of luck with your job search. I literally just asked if you pay above minimum wage.
Oh, such high expectations.
Company wants me to give them full salary history. How to apply. Please submit a cover letter and resume along with salary history. Note, no submissions will be considered without a salary history included. Why do they need to know that though? It is of like no benefit to you and purely for them to get a better idea as how much they can drop down the price to afford you. Like, I see you've been earning 50k in your previous job. We'll only offer you 55k. Okay, bye. No, what are you doing? You're not meant to do that. Pretty sure this is illegal. This role requires a native level of English, meaning no accent. Do you have native English accent when speaking? I wonder if this person just experiences unrelenting stress when they visit England or Australia. Oh, hi, mate. How you doing? What the f? Listening to an interview my HR wife is in, and when they asked the candidate if he had any questions, he said yes, and then proceeded to ask each person on the call the same questions they just asked him. It was pretty interesting to hear their answers, not gonna lie. This is the blessing/curse of the age of remote work. He was so chill and confident about it too. He turned to each person by name, all, Zachary, could you tell me about a time you blah 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 blah. Oh, so that's how you leave a memorable interview. You don't start touching their tongues. Got it. Okay, I see where I went wrong. It says here you took Christmas Eve off in 1984? Yeah. Have you always been a lazy, unmotivated bastard? Not my experience, just found it on another group. Hi, Gray. Thanks for your interest in the seasonal sales associate position at blank. We have reviewed your application. Unfortunately, you are not the right fit for the position at this time. I am sorry for the disappointing news. Best of luck in your job search. Sincerely, Daniel. Dan, I've been working here for a month. Can't believe this company has the nerve to say only male applicants will be considered for an IT role in San Francisco. Well, for all we know, they've got too many female employees. The gender diversity pendulum's just swung a bit too far the other... No, wait, please! No, God, no, please! I love Barbie! I like the Barbie movie! Guess my interview wasn't that memorable. Oh, finally, a response about the landscape position. Hello, I have a note that we did an interview in early October. Can you remind me if you showed up for the interview? Thanks. What expected response is there for this? Hi, yeah, you know that interview we did that you literally had no long-lasting memory of? Yeah, that makes me a viable candidate, doesn't it? You know what they say, the kind of people you interview that leave no lasting impact in your memory, those are the ones worth hiring. Recruiter in search of storyboard artist for Monsters, Inc. series rejects the storyboard artist from the original Monsters, Inc. film because he didn't have relevant work experience. No! Thank you for your interest in the Walt Disney Company and for taking the time to apply to the position of storyboard artist, Monsters at Work. Based on the information you provided, we are considering other candidates whose background and experience more closely align with the qualifications and requirements of this position. I guess being a storyboard artist on the original film wasn't good enough. Hilarious. I'm hoping to get $35 an hour for this position. Hi dear, we have $18 an hour on W2. Are you okay for that? No, thank you. Are you sure that you will definitely get an interview for this? Okay, please get me an interview for a position that will offer at least $35 an hour. Thanks. Thank you. Getting a job now versus before. Let's start with before. You have a pulse and wearing a tie? You're hired. Now.
You don't have 7 years of experience? Frick off! We don't want people with lives. We want people whose work is their lives.
Okay, we're gonna start with this image here. So it talks about parking. If you are parking, please park on the surface lot at blank airport for your first few days until we get your parking pass. As anyone should be aware of, that's gonna cost someone money to park for a days on end at a parking space in an airport.
Oh, but once we have your pass, the employee parking lot will cost you $9.23 per pay period, deducted automatically from your check upon enrollment. So for you to access this workplace to work there, you obviously need to drive apparently, of which you're then punished for doing so. Like you have to pay them to work for them. So yeah, I think I've officially snapped. So this is a position at the airport that I applied for out of desperation and a need for income. I have 8 years experience in business development and consulting and 7 years in marketing research. Here are the job details. So it's a 33-mile one-way trip or 67 miles round trip. It's $17.50 an hour in a medium cost of living city, but rents are ridiculous. Studios starting at $1,300. All this, and we can't even park for free at our job site. I've had it. This was the straw that broke me. I mean, that's messed up. Considering it's like half an hour of your pay rate just to park there, you should be purposely taking an extra half-hour break. You would get fired, but screw it, you know, stick it to the man. Petty and satisfying. Could you please share the salary range for this position? Thanks. Unfortunately, I cannot provide such information at this stage. Please provide your preferred amount and I will confirm whether we can meet your requirements. Oh, unfortunately, I cannot provide such information at this stage. Please provide your salary range and I will confirm whether you can meet my requirements. The job application portal won't let me submit my resume because it thinks black is an inappropriate word. Well, good luck to anyone with their last name as Black. Opie gives some context here. My resume has the words carbon black in it, which is EDR software. Think basically antivirus. I put that in there since I have experience in it. Oh, but I guess that's too inappropriate. Try carbon African American. Point of view, you are being offered the worst job you will ever work for $11 an hour.
Great. Thank you so much for this position.
You're very welcome.
Just give me one moment, sorry.
Sure. Ma'am, your webcam? Ma'am, your webcam is still on. Oh God, she is stabbing that pillow.
Employers worry. Nobody's quitting. Are you serious? What will never make them happy? First it's, no one wants to work, everybody's leaving me. And now it's, nobody wants to leave me. While many Americans left their jobs during the Great Resignation, they're staying put now. And it's causing problems for employers, including the likes of Banks of America and Wells Fargo. The lack of movement is putting some employers over budget. It's also sparking worries about morale as current staff may not see opportunities to move up. An October's survey found that 73% of workers plan to remain in their current roles, up 12% from a year earlier, perhaps thanks to fears of a recession. Okay, false alarm, everybody, false alarm. Genuine, legitimate worries here, not just people being a-holes. Love these salary ranges. Program Manager, Innovation Management for Netflix. Wow. That's doctor's rates. But then Technical Program Manager, Playback, and then Client and Partner Technologies. Please, you need to go into more detail as to what that requires from you that is worthy of $900,000. Netflix, if you ever are starting to lose money, I can think of somewhere where maybe you don't need to be putting money. And recruiters wonder why people hate them.
We have been looking for you. Hi, Blue. I noticed your profile and you would be a great candidate for an exciting job opportunity we're working on. We are assisting a well-established client.
What's the salary?
Hi, Blue. The salary depends on which of our clients will hire you. Are you available for a call so I can share more details about the role? You may also share with me your salary expectations.
Your original message suggests this is a specific role for a specific client. Is that not the case?
Hi, Blue. That first message is for our Boston client. However, we work with numerous clients, so we can't list them all here. To discuss our various opportunities and how we can assist, we can set up a call. This way, we can determine if you're right fit and provide quick answers for any quick questions you have. Demonstrating clients ensures that candidates always have another chance at succeeding initially. Please send me your resume to your application and your email here.
Okay, so what's the salary for the position with the Boston client you messaged me about?
Send me your resume and I will answer your question.
No, I don't think I will. Your evasiveness in answering a simple question about a role you contacted me about is concerning, to say the least. Recruiter admitted today he cannot find anyone to hire because companies are rejecting all the qualified candidates based on AI. So I had a call today with a hiring manager at a large pharma company who said, "We have tons of openings for X, but there are no available candidates for X because we can only hire people who have a very, very specific type of experience, which is non-existent. Meanwhile, we have a
lots of qualified people with related skills which are directly transferable, but I'm not allowed to hire them. So I have a ton of unfillable openings. It's freaking companies jumping on a technology without any clue how to effectively use it. Yeah, they always do that. Some higher up says this is the best and everyone has to follow blindly. Otherwise, they're fired as well.
Boss, quick, you have to get out of the building. It's on fire.
But Jimmy, I said it wasn't.
Can you see the smoke all around us?
Jimmy, are you disagreeing with me?
No, sir.
Back to work then.
Yes, sir.
That's a good boy.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you, Jimmy. That's it. Yes, clickety-clack.
Line 1 network and security application. Good morning. Unfortunately, on this occasion, you have been unsuccessful. Some feedback for the interview for you. We were very impressed with your technical knowledge. However, you did struggle with the performance-based questions. If it's any consolation, you were in the top 3 out of 30 plus applications. So well done for making it that far in the process. David and I would like to thank you for your time so far, and I would welcome on another application from you should a role with Uptech become available in the future. I wish you the best of luck in your job search. Kind regards.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of nice to know. I appreciate these sort of rejections. Gives you some feedback as to what you can work on, what they felt was missing from you, which obviously is subjective. Not everyone's going to need this specific aspect of you in this specific job. But also to know, god damn, you were one of the top 3. So you were really well. You were really good. You clearly had the true chance. Proud of you, random stranger. Are recruiters freaking stupid?
Hello. Hope you are doing well. My name is Lisa, and I am a recruiter at Hanker Systems. I am reaching out to you for an exciting job opportunity. Wow, contract, 8-hour shift, $15 an hour as a service desk analyst. Based on your resume, it seems like you just have enough qualifications for it. Let's see, this Masters of Business Administration.
Hello, blank. I was given unfortunate news that we are going to have to rescind the offer of employment for blank with the end of the year approaching. The company has decided to put an end to all new positions on that specific team. We are clearly dearly sorry about this. We will hold your application for this role at this time, and once this position comes available again, we can reach out. If you are seeking other opportunities, I would encourage you to look to our website for the facility and see if any of the other lab openings are appealing to you. Thank you for your understanding, and we look forward to speaking soon. Employer responds rapidly.
Looking forward to meeting with you at 10 this morning. Here is your Zoom link.
Thank you for finally getting back to me. 11 months later. Rejected after a 2-hour interview because of this. Might have to fix my resume.
We felt you misrepresented yourself on your resume, stating you had your degrees. In the future, it would be best to list in progress or something similar.
I don't get this sort of thing. Okay, look, maybe if you just started your degree, okay. But if you've basically got a few months left, maybe a year, okay, that's cutting it a bit. They're basically what you're looking for, are they not? Or am I just being far too lenient? This is probably why I would not do well in HR.
We are offering a competitive salary.
Be honest.
I am being honest.
No. How much are you paying?
Minimum wage.
Thank you.
We are looking for candidates who are available to start ASAP, starting around 30 to 40 hours a week. However, as the role is remote, we do offer a high degree of flexibility. Oh, that's great. 30 to 40 hours? Flexibility? Oh, please note this is an unpaid position. Training and any travel expenses will be covered though, so it's technically you're getting paid because we shout wherever you go. You just have to go there, whether you like it or not. It's a shame people don't want to work for free anymore. Oh, I know. It's just money. Why can't you live in your car like other people? And food? Just starve? And when you can't take it anymore, just go to the food bank for non-perishable items and cook them over a bonfire in the woods. Pretty simple if you ask me. Recruiter surprised I'm not working while I'm unemployed. So I had a phone screening with a recruiter yesterday for a job I applied for. It went like this. Recruiter:
So what have you been doing since your last job ended in June?
I've been unemployed, but applying for roles.
So you haven't been working?
No.
So if you've not been in a job, what have you been doing? Why haven't you been able to find a new role?
I've been applying for new roles. I've just been getting beaten by people with more experience than me.
Okay, but why aren't you getting anything if you're actively applying?
Recruiter then tells me how stressful of a week it's been because she's received over 300 applications for the job I applied for. How the tables turn. It's like they refuse to fathom the world where it is that you, as the person desperately looking for work, maybe it's actually out of your control? Switching jobs every 1 to 3 years is the fastest way to increase your salary, especially early in your career. Why? Because hiring budgets are higher than raise and retention budgets. And that right there is why you never fall for the whole "we're family" in your business. Nonsense personality test required for interview. I am more like a smiling, happy person, or just hands. Hands designed to make and do thing. Do thing good, make it great. Make good, don't have human behind, just hands. I am more like bread. Or am I hands do thing good, good hands. Hands do make money good, well done hands. I am more like hands doing good thing, work hands writing, make money, hands work good. Or
filthy human being.
I am more like hands so good work hard that fingers fall off hand, good work money make. Or prying for too much information. No, you don't get to know what the salary is. Disgusting human, yucky. Me applying for a job. Entry level job.
3-year experience, 5-year experience.
Unhinged response from company. This is embarrassing, but let me know if this sounds interesting. Hey blank, you might be wondering why the heck you are getting this email. It's because you recently applied to a role at blank that we ended up closing as we want to focus more on senior hires. I totally apologize for wasting your time, and that is why I want to make it up to you at least a little. Are you interested in making $40 per day doing nothing but sitting on the couch? You see, my fiance and I are going away for our first time in over 2 years. Oh my god, this is legit. We are planning to have a ton of fun, but we got a text at the very last second with horrific news. Hey person, I can't be there this weekend. Any other weekend I can do it though. This is leaving me clenching my fist and my left eye is slightly twitching. Bro, this is not the space to be asking, hey, can you help out a mate? We kind of, we screwed the pooch on you and really wasted your time. But hey, what have you ever thought that maybe about maybe letting us waste your time? These are the kinds of questions that might land me a job. Read the following definition and choose the first letter of the word that best fits it. What? An open area free of woods and buildings. Which letter, folks? Which fits an open area free of woods and buildings? What the fuck is free of woods? What? Why does it matter? Answer these questions from the employer. Address, city, state, postal code. Do you have any of the following below listed animals in your household? Jesus, mice, rats, any other rodents, gerbils, snakes, any other animals that eat rodents as their source of nutrition? Rabbits, carnivorous reptiles, guinea pigs, hamsters, chinchillas, birds of prey, yes or no? If yes, are you willing to find another home for the animal? Does the employer have a severe animal allergy or something? Why? I'm seeing it's for biosciences. Is it got to do something with science and, diseases being spread maybe? Maybe they deal with diseases that could spread to animals and I don't know, this is weird.
Please pay for our service in order to apply. Hello, I'm trying to listen to the story, but it's only allowing me to listen to the very first section, which is only 5 minutes. The rest is locked by premium. We recommend that writers familiarize themselves with the show before they start writing so they can capture its essence. If you're not comfortable buying this subscription, use this code to get half off. I hope this helps. So to be clear, you're asking me to buy a subscription to your company in order to apply to work for your company instead of allowing prospective hires to listen for free. Oh man, I hope they go under. I don't know what this company is, but saw this restriction in a job posting today. Wonder why? This role is not eligible to be performed in Colorado, California, New York, or Washington. Please note that salary ranges provided for this role on external job boards are salary estimates made by outside parties and may not be accurate. Oh, is it because Colorado, California, New York, and Washington are pretty decent states and there you have to follow specific rules? Anyway, I'm pretty sure that there are only a few states that require companies to list salary ranges in their job descriptions. I know California, Colorado, Connecticut, Maryland, Nevada, New York, Rhode Island, and Washington, it's more than just a few, but still. Perhaps because those are the states that require employers to disclose salary ranges and job postings? That's it. Exactly. Yes, sir. Anyone else kind of shocked by how quickly we went from nobody wants to work to 500 people applied for this job? It was insanely fast. I started working part-time at Spirit just to get out of the damn house, and the amount of people that are supposedly applying to work there is kind of crazy. Seems like the narrative at the beginning of the year was nobody wants to work, and now it's we're overwhelmed by applications. But nobody I know looking for a job says the process has changed. It's the same shit. Immediate rejections for positions they're qualified for, being ghosted by recruiters, etc. Yep, it was never that nobody wants to work. If anything, it was people know their worth and we all deserve to be able to live. That's it. That's what it was. But companies sure do love to flip that narrative to, oh, no one want to work for us no more. Yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. Entry-level job available. No less than 7 years of experience to be considered. The only way to get that experience is through jobs. Why is it so hard to hire people these days? Yeah, I don't think companies realize if they don't chillax on these bullshit requirements for entry level, they may just never fucking hire anyone, ever. I think the worst part about so much of this is, a lot of this garbage can be trained. Train for a few months, maybe a little more. I mean, took me 3 months to train to work at Comcast, and by the end of it, yeah, it's pretty comfortable getting screamed at and called horrible things. But these companies refuse to accept that, oh yeah, all you need is an A+ certification. Okay, train me on the job and I can get one in like a fucking month or two. No, go get one yourself. Study for months, pay $400, and hope you pass it. Fuck you. As if A+ is some out-of-reach impossible... I'm using it as an example here because it's bullshit. Okay? The A+ certification is great, but that amount of knowledge can be learned on the job 10 times faster. But no, they don't want that. They don't want to train somebody that could actually end up being significantly better through that training than learning themselves. No. Complained about HR and got an interview. What do I do now? Human resources complaint. I'm writing to complain about my treatment. Okay. After submitting my resume on Indeed, blah, 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 asked me to fill out a resume template through the Indeed message portal. I submitted the request file and then received a blank Teams invite. Since it had no date or time, nor any way for me to confirm such a time or date, I followed up on the 16th with the following message. Hello, I received the above link for a Teams meeting over the weekend, but never received an indication of a date or time. Is this an invitation to interview? Having received no reply, I sent the following on the 22nd. I'm just following up on my previous message. Am I still under consideration, or was the Teams link sent to me in error? Okay, yeah, it's great that companies also aren't required to respond about anything at all. Yes, they responded in this particular event, but it's rare as hell for companies to respond. Hello, thank you for reaching out and sharing your concerns. We take all feedback seriously. Yeah, that's why it took you like a week to f***ing respond. Okay, have a good one. Bye. I got really upset about my treatment by a recruiter and emailed the CEO and a few other email addresses that I found. This isn't, wait, what? Am I the asshole? But I realize that I might not survive their judgment. I need a job, but if this is a reflection of their culture, I don't want to work with them. Also, if I get hired, HR already hates me. So I need advice for how to navigate the interview, because I have no idea what it'll be like. I always forget that you can just bully the CEOs. Vice President took time out of his day to organize your interview after reviewing your CV and qualifications. If you want the job, I'd attend. Yeah, that does seem kind of legit though, okay? Got rejected for a job this morning, a job I've been doing for a year. Time to get the CV out. I was seconded into a role last October with no staff at all, managed to successfully run a department that oversees information compliance. I did this so well that my team stands out as a massive positive note when compared against the rest of the region. They advertised for the job as a permanent position. I didn't get it. What the fuck? So now instead of keeping me in the role with the work I've been doing, they bring in someone else and lose me because there's absolutely no way I'm staying somewhere that would take X person has more experience on paper over you've literally done this job for 12 months. Yeah, because even if someone has experience, they have to be trained anyway. So these f***ing companies are mind-blowingly stupid. Here's this person who's been doing it for a year, knows how to do it, does not require any training or upkeep for the first several months of the job, but no, let's hire this random motherfucker that we're going to have to train. Companies don't make any sense. Do you want to train people or not? Well, for one thing, immediately stop doing all that extra work and refuse to train who they hire. This happened to me at my job, and I said I'm not qualified for the job, so I'm not qualified to train him, and that was that. I wished him success, but it wasn't going to be because of me. Then I got a new job doing the same thing a couple months later. Yeah, because now you've got that experience you can flaunt. Also, that is absolutely the best response to "we need you to train your replacement." No. Although, let's be completely honest here, there are plenty of companies out there that have held people's pensions, retirement. They've held benefits hostage. Look, at the end of the day, some of these companies have threatened these employees with withholding certain things, illegal, in order for them to train replacements. They're all evil. All companies are pretty shitty, man. Every company past a certain size is pretty evil at the end of the day. No, the mom and pop shop down the road is not. That's not what I said. Plugging in is the first test at this recruitment fair. If you do, you don't hear back. What? Okay, let's see here. Cell phone charging stations. You know you want to try it. What? Oh, I see. It's a security thing. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Honestly, would be pretty fun to plug it into a test device and see what they're trying to do. Most likely not anything. It's just a test to see if you're security conscious or not. Probably not even that. It's just a humorous joke about them spying. Somebody in marketing got banter. Yeah, I don't feel like the NSA has a sense of humor. That would just be... I feel like it is some sort of security consciousness test, because I don't know why the NSA would be like, lol, we spy on you. You're not getting the job. Possibly the worst question I've ever been asked in an interview. All right. You have a target of bringing in 20 new clients to the company in 1 month. What's your approach? Picture that you have a gun to your head and you need to do this by any means necessary. You know what that means? That means you're going to be required to bring in 30 new clients every single month, or you will be f***ing fired. The time I had a company threaten to call the cops on me for applying. Wait. Okay, what? About 5 years ago, I applied for this MSP position. I just figured out that I wanted to get into IT, and the position was entry level. Had the interview and it went well, in my view. I was coming off of a rather nasty breakup and I needed a win. A few days later, I get the dreaded "we're gonna go with someone else" email. I don't fight it. I quietly accept their answer and move on. A few months pass and the same role opens up and I reapply. I figured you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. Their response was quite stern this time around, with them emphatically saying that they were not interested in ever hiring me and that any further attempts to apply or reach out to them would be considered harassment and I'd have the police called on me. Okay, I would apply again because there is no way that there's any actual legality behind calling the police on someone who's applying for a job each time that job is available. If they're looking and you're a real candidate, which you are, and you are applying, that is not harassment, that is trying to get the job. Also, whoever wrote that message to you, I absolutely hope they don't work for that company anymore because they're a f***ing psychopath. When I say remote, I mean remote. Hi, just wanted to clarify if you were open to relocating to New York City, as this role would require one to do so. We saw that you currently live in Florida. No, we have internet access in Florida. Wait, what, you do? Oh, and companies lying about remote work and then trying to absolutely get you. Like, oh, gotcha! Now that you got the job, you have to move here, right? So you'd be working remote in one of the most expensive and densely populated cities in the world, dude. Man, that just sounds dumb. I guess they really want to fill those empty apartments. Didn't move forward after the interview because checked too many of the right boxes. Seriously, I don't even know anymore. I had an interview with the company's hiring manager last Thursday and just got an email this morning saying I didn't move forward. I requested feedback and they quickly responded saying, "We felt your resume and interview checked too many of the right boxes, so we thought your application was based on an over-tailored resume to..." What? Excuse me? And an over-prepped interview, which we consider embellishments of actual skill and experience. What the actual fuck? Sorry for being qualified and confident. I can't believe they were such pussies that instead of just saying, "Hey, this guy was better," which is completely fair, or "we felt that this person was better," again, totally normal to do, they decided, "You're literally too good. Your interview, perfect. Your resume, exactly what we're looking for. You know what? You're just way too good." I hate companies that pull the, "Well, you're just too good for us." Fuck you. Actually, fuck you. Grow a goddamn pair, dude. They did you a favor, believe me. You don't want to work for people this stupid. Can she Adobe me the credentials to become a pilot? What? All my girls are finesse queens. Imagine making $65K plus extra in salary, all because you put that you have a little funky degree on your resume, and you made that degree in Canva or Adobe. I'm screaming. Look, I understand what you're saying about, the whole pilot thing. I do. I get it. But I don't think that's what they're doing here or what they're talking about here. If you've got the skill set, like let's use IT, because IT is an all-encompassing thing that, you can go to school for, absolutely, but for lower level stuff, should you need to? No, of course not. But if you're really, 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 really good, and you don't have a degree, first of all, no one's gonna hire you because you need that little slip of expensive paper, so why not make it up? Especially because they're going to train you anyway. So make that extra goddamn money. Make it up. Go ahead. Who gives a shit? Honestly, if you're doing something that's not holding people's lives in the palm of your hand, like piloting or being a doctor or something like that, because there are a lot of degrees out there that, why are they degrees? Oh, I know how to fix a computer. Why do I need a piece of paper for that? Why can't I just continue to improve my skills on the job over the next few months? Fuck's sake. Recruiter accidentally CCs me. All their data are now belong to me. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. Pricing out the following resumes for you to review, blah, 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 blah. Let's see, withdrew from process prior to interview, working on scheduling and blah, blah, blah. Well, that sure is interesting. I feel for the person who is great on paper, but professionalism is questionable. There's a fine line between sounding robotic and boring, so you try to be more personable and act familiar with the person. But risk coming across as unprofessional. Especially with holding off for now. She'll hear back in a month when none of the unicorns turn out to be unicorns. With apologies for taking so long. Yeah, I do hate that crap. Was not confident on her knowledge of financial products. Great on paper, but I have concerns about, I hate that shit. I understand that risk, I do. But there are a lot of sticks up a lot of assholes out there that need to come out, okay? Seriously. So goddamn stuck up. Corporate culture freaks me the fuck out. Who normalized this one-way interview bullshit? Who the hell allows this to be okay and asked me to record a video of myself answering questions and performing for you like a fucking monkey? If I see a job is going to ask me to send in a little video of myself answering their questions rather than calling me, I'm throwing away the application from now on. I just did one for a job that I actually would like, but the fact that they're asking me to jump around and on camera beg them for their time and recognition feels incredibly debasing to me. Also, it feels like stuff like this could be used to profile candidates and exclude based on appearance and bias. Edit. Got email rejected, so I sent back a message telling them to delete any video files of me. They're not going to do it either, and they absolutely want to do that. I'm never going to give a corporation the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, I can't. I think I've done it before with companies like Disney and Apple, just because I like some of Apple's products and I like Disney's parks, but, at a corporate level, way up with the suits, the people that make the rules in the company, I'm not giving them the benefit of the goddamn doubt. Absolutely not. They're the ones making the rules. In this particular case, I would not be surprised in the freaking slightest if that is exactly what is going on here. This person saying that they get to reject you based on illegal things because you send in a video. Yeah. Oh, look. We got another video from a candidate who's at, nope, don't like how they look. Nope, next one. We offer a competitive salary. Great, how much is it? Don't worry about it, it's competitive. Anyways, what skills do you have? Oh, I have amazing skills. Can you tell me more about them? Don't worry, they're amazing. Field technician. All right, it says Wise Coatings. Okay, $15 to $18 an hour full time. You can qualify to join our team if you're upbeat and positive each day. If you know the lyrics to the song Happy by Pharrell, that's a good sign. You can check your ego at the door and work with a team. We're looking for more of a Captain America kind of thing as opposed to Iron Man. Dude, stuff like this, I don't know what it is. It feels so degrading. Like you're treating me like a child, like a 4-year-old. It's so disrespectful feeling. Answer these questions from the employer. If moving forward with a formal interview, you will need to inform your supervisor. What? By selecting yes, you're acknowledging that you will notify your current supervisor that you're in. How would you verify that? And how do you have the balls to demand this as well, by the way? Is it an internal position? If so, makes some sense. If not, the hell? This is on Indeed. In that case, I double down on the WTF. Please submit your original drawing of an octopus fighting a pirate. Seriously, do it. I want to know what company this is for, because I feel like that bit of context is needed for this to either be completely batshit insane or kind of funny. I'm not, seriously, like, are you going to work at a video game studio or something like that? Or is this CenturyLink? There is going to be a difference here for me. They're definitely not like other employers. They're quirky. I'm gonna take a guess. The pay is shit. Alright, so everyone's under 30, pay is crap, it's an extension of what undergrad was like in terms of lifestyle, everyone's overworked, multiple changes in direction of strategy constantly so nothing gets done, retreats somewhere kinda cool for team building, but everyone just works the entire time and doesn't enjoy themselves. At least there aren't long meetings and the pop machine is free. Cut your teeth here for 2 years and then go somewhere better. How the turns have tabled. Alright, let's see. I am still hashtag open to work. It's been 6 months since I've had income, 6 months since I've been a part of a team and have done what I love most, filling positions and helping candidates find their next career step. Okay. With that being said, I've completed hundreds of applications, tons of intro calls, multiple interviews. I've got to the final steps and have been ghosted more than once with no feedback. So wait a minute, you've been a recruiter, senior recruiter, and now you finally get to feel what it's like to be a ghosting piece of shit that makes people feel worthless on a daily basis en masse? I wonder how many people you've completely ignored. How many people you've mistreated by not doing your f***ing job as a recruiter. I don't care if it's a copy-pasted response to, sorry, you didn't get it, but that is your goddamn job. Now explain your gap in employment. How dare you have a gap? Ha! Once I had a job end in October and another start in December, and a recruiter asked what happened. If it wasn't for Thanksgiving, I probably would have started my new job earlier and not had the gap. But, God forbid, anyone has ever been let go from a job once. They're always tainted goods after. Yeah, I've been asked about my gaps in employment history. My answer is usually, well, I'm a person. Working is not my entire life. And then, of course, I give them the real reason. Oh, I'm self-employed. Yeah, you can say that no matter who you are. That can always be your answer. Oh, I'm self-employed. That's why, I do some stuff on the side and it's enough to pay my bills. Oh, what do you do? None of your business. I don't have to tell you that. You win, job market. I give up. I think I'm going to wave my white flag for job searching. It's been nearly 2 years since I graduated university, coming up at 3, and looking for a job has been the most mentally draining and depressing thing I've ever done. Every posting I did what I was taught, made myself look good, and even did every single cover letter. Every single job listing, even just entry-level jobs at local stores, have been rejecting or just straight up ghosting. It's exhausting and seems like there's no end in sight. So congratulations, job market. You've beaten me to the ground and made me give up. Screw me for trying to make a living, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, isn't it awesome? I know the feeling. I graduated with my master's degree going on 3 years. Still nothing. I work in a factory and have never before felt like more of a failure. I would like to also thank the previous generations for trying to instill in every child that if they don't go to college, they are worthless. Let it be known that that is not the case. Not to say that going to college means you're stupid, because there are plenty of reasons to go. Plenty of super awesome valid reasons to go. And it should be considered. Absolutely it should be considered. Education is fantastic, okay? But there are a lot of parents out there that to this day still tell their kids, you don't want to be a garbage man, do you? You don't want to be the janitor, do ya? Even though those guys are making more money than I am right now, and they're doing just fine. I don't understand this looking down on jobs that need to be done by people who are willing to do them. Oh yeah, you don't want to be the guy that cleans up the piss in the bathroom, do you? Also, I know that a lot of janitors absolutely do not make more money than a lot of people. I totally get it. I have done the job before, and the pay was not great. Sure, I get it. However, garbage men, I feel like at least the ones out where I live, make pretty decent money, alright? I just hate all these motherfuckers that say, yeah, if you don't go to college, you're worthless and stupid, and you're gonna end up putting garbage in a truck for 20 years. Oh! Like, okay, Mom. They make more than you, so chill out and quit shitting on members of society that are doing what you need to be done. If you answer yes to any of the following statements, please don't contact us. You're grumpy in the morning. Your favorite place is under the covers in your mom's basement. You're a victim, a whiner, or complainer. You smoke at work. You do drugs, or you drink heavily. You look like a tattoo parlor experiment gone wrong. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. All of you can go f*** yourselves. No, not the viewers, no, you guys come back. No, I didn't mean you guys, I meant them. I meant these people that I can't speak directly to. I didn't mean you, I promise. What I mean is, screw you. I am so tired of, oh man, you have tattoos? You're a worthless piece of shit. I am really sick of that. As someone who's got plenty of tattoos and I'm going to get more, how pathetic does your company have to be if Disneyland allows more self-expression than you? Oh, you look like a tattoo parlor experiment gone wrong. F*** off and hope you go out of business. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Recruiters sent these 3 tests to fill before they decide on an interview. Father's occupation, mother's occupation, past experience, highest degree of qualification. What my mom and dad do or what they did is none of your business and relates absolutely in no way to getting a job of any kind. That's it. So no, hope you don't find a candidate. If you have known friends/acquaintances who have gone through the application process for higher studies, what are the challenges that they... Why does that matter? Why does it matter? What role could external entities, parents, siblings, friends, counselors, play in such cases to help the applicant? Shut up. Describe a situation where you'd taken up a responsibility of your... You know what's great? Is they're going to ask you these questions in the interview anyway. They're going to ask this same goddamn shit. It's all redundant. Have you appeared for any competitive exams and interviews to qualify for your Okay, whatever. Moments which made you proud or happy after a lot of hard work, commitment, and sacrifice. Tell us about a time where you put... Okay, is this like an application for a fucking Wendy's? Like, what do they need this for? Dude, when I applied for my job at Spirit, I didn't even put work history down. I didn't. Guess who got hired? Me. I hate these companies that need so much detail about you as a person when, they don't need that. Hoping to get $35 an hour for this position. Hi, dear. We have $18 an hour on W-2. Are you okay for that? No, thank you. I assure you'll definitely get interviewed for this. Okay, please get me an interview for a position that will offer at least $35 an hour. Thank you. Thanks. I love that. Such a salty little bitch about it, too. They're always so f***ing rude when you ask for a living wage. Now, I know what you're thinking. All they said was thank you. Yes, what they did was they shut off the conversation immediately via a rage quit, trying to be polite. That thank you does not mean thank you. That thank you means, so you're one of those f***ches. All right, bye. That's literally what that means. I'm not looking too far into it. I have seen the other side of this sort of shit. They're just pissy that you knew your worth. I had an interview for a job paying $40,000 less than what I make now. I'm upfront with my salary expectations. It's beyond me why they waste our time. Recruiter doesn't care. Company doesn't know. Exactly. Recruiters are embarrassing. Who the hell posts these? Oh boy, let's see what we got here. Okay, remote. 17 to 30 an hour. Cool, that's a hell of a range. Neat. From job description. Okay. Full-time entry level. About the job. We're seeking a graphic designer to join our team. You'll create graphics to meet a commercial or promotional need. As a okay, I know what a graphic designer does. Let's see. This is an in-person position. Remote work isn't an option. Okay, but they're a graphic designer, so why do you need them in a building that you have to pay rent on? No, serious question. Why do they need to be in a building that you, the company, have to pay for when you, the company, could save that money, get extra bodies out of the building, maybe to such an extent where you, as the company, do not have to pay for the building anymore. And you want to keep wages low. That's right. Okay. You want to have an environment where you can control people. Oh, that's right. Gotcha. Okay. You're sad. And yes, these companies more often than not are paying rent. When I worked for Comcast, the building that I worked in, that cancellation department with 700 people taking calls all day long, was a building that Comcast rented from CenturyLink, a competitor. Yeah, the biggest companies in the world are renting their f***ing buildings. My job application got instantly rejected. Hi, thank you for your interest in Superside. We wanted to let you know that go f*** yourself. 12:25 a.m.? What? Jesus Christ. All right, that's amazing. Literally within 60 seconds. Cool, so they're not hiring at all. Quit my job for a better opportunity, and 2 days before the start date, I'm told they no longer have it in the budget to hire me. I do wish there was some sort of legal precedent we could have that would require companies to financially compensate you for time wasted. Has this ever happened to anyone before? Is the job no longer being in the budget code for something? Like maybe they found someone they like better last minute? Hoping someone can help me understand this. I've been doing my best to move on and keep applying, but it's hard not to think about the job and how it could have greatly improved and propelled my life. It's all a shame. It's even worse if you already put in your notice at the previous job, like you're moving for something else, and companies get to do this. I do think it's crazy that corporations as entities have more rights than individual human beings. They get to do whatever the fuck they want to do, whenever the fuck they want to do it, and it's quite insane that they get to actively screw up someone's life or put a giant roadblock in front of them or do this, which to me is just as bad. You get someone's hopes up, this job can genuinely change their life and set them on the right track. You tell them yes, you give them the offer, and then right before it's time to start, you pull the rug out from under them and absolutely no recourse is given at all. You get to go on scot-free, probably underpaying a different dude who accepted less money because that's usually what they're doing. They're going towards the ground, not towards the sky. It's pretty cool. I'm so fucking sick of living in a country where companies own it. Companies own it. Wow, I'm sorry this happened to you. It sounds terrible. I've never had this happen, but in this job market, anything is possible. I've heard similar stories in the news lately about people's offers getting rescinded right before the start date. If that becomes a pattern, actually, not even if it becomes a pattern, companies should be required to give you at least something for your time if they waste it. I know that there are circumstances where, oh shit, we f***ed up and we actually can't hire you. It's totally valid. I get it. But it can't be happening this often. And people that are perpetual job seekers, because as we've seen in this video, people have to apply to thousands of jobs before getting one at fucking Walmart or something like that. I digress. Look, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Corporations are pieces of shit. That's what I've been saying this entire video, and I'm gonna keep saying it every single time we look at this subreddit. Took me 8 months, but it finally happened. Oh man. 1,200 no responses out of 1,660 applications. 422 rejections. Holy crap, the literal vast majority. It's insane. All for one job. This is not the fault of the person applying. Absolutely not. Gotta be honest, maybe I've just been beaten down too much, but this graph is utterly demoralizing. Yeah, it is. Having to apply for nearly 2,000 jobs is not normal. Back when your grandpa was getting his first job, he could walk into McDonald's and say, "Hey, you guys looking for someone to flip a burger?" "Yeah, dude, we got 37 people back there, but I'll give you $2 an hour anyway," which was enough to buy a mansion and have 27 kids. You know, he could still be working there today. It's great. It's super, super great that, you know, the older generation has absolutely zero goddamn idea what getting a job is like now. And of course, they don't have to learn. So they're not going to. Absolutely not. So yeah, your grandparents specifically, like my grandparents in their 80s, when they were getting jobs, it literally could not have been easier. Could not have been easier. And I say that with no hint of irony or humor. It could not have been easier. Okay? The amount of professionals that are still working in companies to this day who didn't get degrees and just sort of fucking rolled in one day, or the wind gusted them through a front door, that's all it was for those people, man.